to the start.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
I'm the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules. Market zero. You think I'm fucking around here? Market zero. Oh, Billy.
I'm Spain. I'm Spain. Born in a prison, you get dubbed insane. Born in a prison, you can feel your life drain. I'm Mike Spain. Dubbed insane. Protect your neck, no disrespect. I'll deport your rats and I'll collect a check. I'm analyzing everything that you do. Yeah, I broke the Batman, then I'll deport his ass too. Coming straight out of the clan of Wu. I killed so many men, but I respect a few. I ain't robbing no Robin on no street corner or no alleyway. Respect a few. I'm a spectacle with a license to perform violence with an intent to use. I'm a problem in Harlem, just like I'm a problem in Gotham too. I got testicles. Killer Croc wanna break my arm? I bet you do. You think you know about darkness? I was born in it. You think I'm dropping the charges? Go on, get gone. Tell Gordon and the warden to get some. Protect your neck, Holmes. I'll roll up to your spot clad in denim. You know I'm spitting straight venom. I'm Ice Bane. Ice Bane. I'm Ice Bane, about to get dubbed insane. Wu-Tang. Straight up Gotham, what? You feel me? Got Park City, can you feel me? Motherfuckers feel me? Park Road, can you feel me, motherfucker? Santa Prisca, motherfucker, till I die. Ice Bane.
Here at the South Park Leering Center, we're not just retarded, we're Minnesota retarded. Ilhan Omar was educated here, and she's completely retarded. And I know this might come as a surprise, but I, myself, am retarded.
Well, that wasn't the applause button, but you know, I don't want an applause button tonight. Fuck the applause. This is Black Pill stream.
Excellent. Excellent.
This is a stream where Right. Dermy, you get to talk us off this cliff tonight, brother.
How is it
so good to have you here?
I need people to realize this, okay? After the assassination of Charlie Kirk, I was the person out there saying we need to go full bore and like full borderline fascistic takeover. How am I the one telling people to back down from the edges right now?
World's gone insane, man. World's gone fucking insane. But we're gonna talk about there's actually
I blame the polar shift.
Yeah. You've been listening to too much Tim Pool. It's all the gravnetic fields and all that bullshit him and Ian are going on about.
Yeah, soy cock.
Sammy Three Peats arrived. Hey, Sammy.
What's going on? Hey, I love what you do with the Ice Bane.
Oh man, I keep playing with it over. I walk through Walmart getting groceries, singing fucking Ice Bane. Got testicle.
I remember when I sent that out, and a couple of people were like, "Wow, dude, like you can rap." And I was like, "Well, there's like I'm a musician, like I write songs. I didn't feel like there'd be that." And like they were like, "Yeah, was that hard?" I was like, "No, it took me like 15 minutes. I've never had less respect for the rap community more than I do now." Like,
and to boot, you sound slightly inebriated, and that gives me even more respect for what you've done.
You got that Wu-Tang, baby.
So good, man. Yeah, I've been having way too much fun editing that video. By the time I'm done, it's just gonna be fully animated from start to finish, lip synced. But anyway, are you gonna be joining team? You gonna be joining Team Black Pill or Team Dermy, the hopeful?
Dude, I've been dead inside since 2016. Let's go.
Oh, dude. Damn, Dermy, you're gonna have a rough go tonight. Let's see if you.
I really am. I don't.
Someone wants some kibble.
Right.
I want some kibble, but I'm fat. So.
Back to the point before, dude. That basset hound, that could be clear across your house, and you can still hear it like it's sitting in your chair.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's constant. It never stops. It's day and night.
You got to turn into that little girl from The Ring. You don't understand. They never sleep.
It doesn't happen. It's just like, it's horrible, man. It's horrible.
Why didn't you get a basset hound?
It's not mine. I live in a house with 4 other men. Pause. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not what you think. It's not a creator house in Las Vegas in any kind of way.
It is. It's basically. It's basically exactly what it is. Yeah. It's just.
So who wears the maid costume?
Oh, that's not my responsibility. I'm on the road most of the time. This is really just a place for me to crash.
You know, Theo, you really do talk up your big game with women, but I'm kind of convinced you're a femboy. I am.
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, fuck, man. I got to do something if I want to feel again.
Oh, that's true. God, why am I having to deal with this? Why did I agree to this?
Wait, so you live in a house with 3 other men to feel again?
Bro, listen. Okay, listen. There are 3 other men living here, but there are also 3 dogs living here, and they have warms my heart. And also,
the dogs or the men?
Yeah.
A little of both, if we're being honest. Can I say something? This is just like I had a weird. One of my roommates has left 2 butt plugs in the sink, 2 different occasions. Just left them in our shared bathroom sink.
What?
And here's the thing. It's just I feel like he owes me a conversation. Like it's just he's never addressed it. The other thing too, they were so much bigger than I expected them to be. Like I don't want to.
Always are.
Wait.
Always are.
Is your roommate gay?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
Theo's getting close to the sink. He's like, that's no moon.
Like I don't ask people a lot of questions about their personal lives. I really just I know their names, I know their dogs, and that's really as much as I know about them.
I don't know. I would have some problems.
Butt plugs they could accommodate, apparently.
And
I would just simply ask, hey, if you want somebody to help join in,
Shit.
Probably not.
All right, we're gonna do the
That's
political
enough
stuff.
male bonding at the top of
Okay.
the show.
I'll bond with you.
Iron, you have a
Sponsor
gay
this half
intro.
hour. Water-based lubricant. Always better
Jesus
than oil.
Christ. P. Diddy approved. All right.
Exactly.
So I guess it was just the last day or so. We've all been kind of waiting with everything going on in Minnesota. It's been getting just progressively worse. We go from the Renee Good situation through the repeated riots. I mean, you don't even want to call. They're not protests. These are just
They're riots.
Yeah.
They're riots. Yeah, these
Impressive for the dead of winter, especially when it's
yes.
as cold it is right now. It is impressive. I have to, you know what? Applause.
Well funded. I mean, when somebody's paying for you to have they have an endless supply of hand warmers, replacement blankets,
Free
food,
butt plugs.
The National Guard is handing out hot beverages.
Oh, you know what?
You know
That's a great thing. This just in. President Trump just endorsed jackets. So,
Stop wearing jackets.
yeah, and
Jackets-
gloves.
Listen,
He
Jack
just informed everyone to stay dry during the cold and flu season. It's very important you stay dry out there, especially if you're outside.
Exactly.
So, but
He also really loves hand warmers
Mm-hmm. And shoes.
and heat. Period.
Yes.
you know what I wish he loved, and I'm being for real. Fucking water hoses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Problem
my God.
solved.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
It would have, and that's why I'm a big advocate when it comes for water cannon use during cold temperatures like this. Well, people will freeze. Well, it'll get them off the streets.
Yeah,
that's the point.
It would be very effective.
And I want to talk. I mean, we all know. There's the guy who got ended over a couple days ago.
Listen, he fucked
everything.
Around and he found out. That's
the whole thing.
That sounds so fucking cold and shallow to say. I don't like that he's dead. Nobody likes when people fucking die. Anybody that likes when they die, you're a psychopath and you need to go seek real help. But no, nobody's happy he's dead. But let's be real here. Fucked around. He decided to go out there and do some shit he shouldn't have done. And well, he found the fuck out.
Even there, and I want
either
to.
way.
I'm gonna agree with you 100%, but I'm even gonna say, let's say he's dumb enough, or he just has a reason. I did want to bring his legally carryable firearm while he's doing this, just for personal protection. Right. Let's say he does that right up until the point where he's being detained. Mm-hmm. If he had done everything he did right up until the point where he knows, okay, I'm being detained. The number one thing you do as a gun owner is say, okay, you fucking follow all the rules, and you immediately say, I am legally carrying a firearm, officer. Don't put your hand, don't do that. Don't even point at it. Just say, I have it.
I have
a gun
on me. Hand here. Take it out now.
Yep. That's it. Then once the gun's away and they've patted you down, then you can start acting a fool again. But you probably shouldn't even do that because they've already identified you as a possible threat. He fought. He resisted arrest.
Here at Ironcast, we do not support fighting with any sort of law enforcement whatsoever. That is a dumb idea, and you will get found
especially
out.
if you're carrying.
Well, we're clearly because it's the white privilege aspect of it that we haven't had a talk with our parents on how we're supposed to interact with the cops.
You really have been watching like Steven Crowder and Tim Pool a lot because I heard that joke today too.
Did you? I didn't even hear that.
Emerald made it up just now for you. For real, she did.
Fuck. I hate that.
It.
No. I hate that I say things like that it's been said on a different show, not knowing I did. Now everyone's going to account it to me actually watching. It's like, I don't watch Crowder.
Phony.
Yeah, I'm a phony. I'm fine. Phony.
It was either Crowder or Timcast that said it, that they actually believe white privilege will keep them alive.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit different. I was just talking about the aspect of how the black community needs to have a talk with their younger generation on how to interact with the police. Well, and it's like the white people don't do that because of white privilege. We've seen the skit. Right. We've seen the skits. Oh, little Tommy. Oh, you're firing your gun into the air. Oh, Timmy, don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Officer. Yes, just go home.
Listen, all we know now is that white people, we don't have magic shields. The whole theory is gone.
It's kind of surprising how, right now the biggest martyrs of the left is a white lesbian and an effeminate white male.
Yeah,
that's great. I love it.
Work on.
So their biggest argument for
supporting them right now,
for all of the countless girls who have been slaughtered by illegal immigrants, and they're one of their first excuses. Oh, you wouldn't even care if this girl wasn't white. Then a black one pops up, and they're just like, nope, not listening. But now it's like
power of liberal white tears.
It's selective empathy always. It's all fake. It's all
suicidal empathy. It's unbelievable. And these are the same people that wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire, and they still think that they're on the right side of anything.
Sammy, you're right. At the same time, these are the same people that went out there and glorified the death of Charlie Kirk and said that it was justified.
Yes.
And are now
that's true.
saying that you're going to meet him in hell.
Yeah, and so this is where I was misunderstood at the time, because I opposed contacting people's employers and getting them fired for that, but not because it was the reason I opposed it is because it's a half measure, and it gave them more time to run out in the streets and do this. Like, I knew we were going to have to shoot them eventually. I figured we could just cut out the middleman. Like, I would have been fine. 40,000 people fired. No, listen, 40,000 people fired is just 40,000 people with more free time. 40,000 people dead in a pogrom. That sends a message.
Oh, shit.
So YouTube, TOS.
We were going to have to do it anyway in Minecraft, obviously.
There you go.
That was my position at the time. Of course, nobody wanted to talk to me about that.
Okay. As the producer of Ironcast Corporate does not condone this, the statements made by co-host Theo Snodgrass.
All panelist statements are their own.
I'm sorry, we're not there. We're not there.
All I'm gonna say is, Theo, maybe you really do need to go grab one of those butt plugs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
put it in your mouth.
We need to hurry up and
not.
We have got to get this man his Candace Owens body pillow. By the way, right now, all super chats go to the Candace Owens body pillow for Theo Fund. Let's see if we can get something to make Theo a little softer. All right. So,
first of all, that might make Theo a little harder, for being honest.
Theo, if you need,
that's why the joke works. See what I'm saying?
If we have to do this, the Vegas meetup is supposed to be in August. What the fuck is wrong with people?
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I'm sorry. As soon as I heard that, I'm going to MegaCon instead. Sorry.
Listen, if I have to figure it out,
look at my white ass. I'm not going to Vegas in August.
I'm not. I didn't want to either. But you know what? If I have to figure it out, Theo, you and we can have a lovely night together if that really makes you softer.
That's okay, actually. I'm all right.
Here's the plan. Here's the plan, guys. We all pull in and we get the real world suite over at the Oasis. Nobody has to leave the hotel other than for the meetup. Boom. We're playing pool, doing live content, housing it up. We'll do something like that, and we'll get everybody to come. We just got to all coordinate. Anyway, that's a backstage.
Yeah,
stuff.
Theo and I will share a bed. Don't worry, buddy.
That's really okay, man. Like, that's not necessary at all.
I'm a tender lover.
No, Theo, it's happening.
It's really okay, guys.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm back.
Dude, Vegas in August is a terrible fucking idea. Like,
it absolutely is.
I moved to Vegas in May thinking this is some of the best weather of any city I've ever lived in. Oh my God.
Yeah, immediately after the meetup.
Yeah, and then July happened, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
So I tell this pasty ginger when he's talking about moving to fucking Vegas, I'm like, the number one thing you need to know before you move here is it's hot. And when I say it's hot, I mean something that your fucking Midwest brain can't comprehend.
Yeah.
And I tried to reiterate that several times. You need to know this heat is fucking real.
Didn't even take it into consideration.
Nothing. No.
Didn't even
came here with the car with no fucking air conditioning.
No, but I've been.
Well, just roll the windows down and let the fresh air hit you.
Oh yeah.
Actually, Savage Dad, I am trying to set up something in Phoenix right now. I was gonna ask you if I could crash at your place when I get there. I'm in the process of setting it up right now. No, for sure thing.
The answer is yes, but you do have to share a bed with Prom.
No, that's not.
His wife gets a separate bed, but you have
That's
to.
not.
That's the new rule.
Yes.
All right. So just fucking got beer on my glasses. Hold on. All right, here we go. Back in action. Now I can see. All right. So
Is that my fucking dog?
we're waiting for fucking everything to happen, and what, like, Insurrection Act, like, how much farther can it go? We had the discussions. Well, maybe he's just biding his time, letting things get as bad as they possibly can for public perception, so that it doesn't seem like he's overstepping this, that, and whatever. This is right after the church raid. We get 3 bullshit arrests that are immediately, we know they're going to be just discredited.
Two of them were let out, I think, the same day because they were black.
All 3 were let out in under 24 hours, including the white guy.
One. I don't think the white guy was.
Yep, it was just under 24 hours.
Well, he was the last one because he's white. You know,
he was, and he was probably the most aggressive that they had, but none of the other people, when you read the reports of what, they're not looking for any of them now. Don Lemon, judge said no. The DOJ has completely withdrawn going after Don Lemon
through those particular systems right now.
Right, and there is still the possibility that they could take all of the documentation right to a grand jury and get the order for arrest that way. There is still that possibility.
And the other 3 are still being charged. Like
they are still charged. Right. They've just been released. So that they're essentially on their own recognizance is essentially what they've been released on. But it's still, I mean, it doesn't, but again, it's the optics aspect of it. And for me, when it comes to the black pilled nature that I'm just kind of sitting in right now, is because of the optics, the way things are going right now, that's the optic side of things.
I'm gonna say something that it sounds like a black pill. It doesn't sound great. It is a little pessimistic, but you also have to realize. So a lot of the stuff is taking place in Minnesota. The Minnesota Democratic Party has a special little name called the Minnesota Democratic Party of Farmers and Laborers, because, well, farmers use sickles, laborers use hammers. They're also the one of either 2 or the only state that didn't vote for Reagan. So do the math.
Yeah.
You're dealing with people like that in Minnesota right now. They don't really like anybody with an R. You could throw classic George Bush over there and they'll still hate his guts. Okay. Anybody with an R is immediately dead to them. So if you go over there wanting one of their judges to potentially do something for you, the answer is going to be no. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. It is.
And I mean,
it's awful. And I hate that that's the way it is. But
in this case, I'm all for trading Minnesota for Alberta.
I've heard that. I've heard that pitch.
You know what? Let's go.
And I do understand that J6 was within Washington, D.C. jurisdiction, which made it extremely easy to get a judge to sign off on literally anything and everything the Biden DOJ wanted to do. Yes. Which is why we can't do those things. But it would be nice to at least see a little more effort. And we're not seeing that. I mean, just any way around it, we're not. I'm sorry. The Pam Bondi and her strongly worded letter.
Pam Bondi is awful. We should
have. She became the meme.
Yeah, she really sucks, dude.
The worst part is I don't think you could get anybody better than Pam Bondi. That's how sad it is.
I think Matt Gaetz would have been better.
Trump has a terrible habit of picking hot chicks to be his lawyers.
Yes.
And it's it's not his best quality. But
the other hot chick helped out.
It's just
Alina Habba. She's the only one that's about worth a damn. Yeah. Harbeat Dillon, who hotness questionable, but she's pretty worthless too. That other woman is pretty much like one of his top people. I can never remember her fucking name, but she's deep state embedded to the point. Like she's kind of like the gatekeeper.
I had the name. They talked about her last night, and she's the gatekeeper of Trump right now, which is that she is kind of not in control, but she's controlling what things Trump can hear.
And I think this is a problem with what Trump was trying to accomplish by proving to the normies that the right is just as diverse as the left. That's a big fucking mistake. We want the most grizzled, ugly, fucking, warthog looking motherfucker to be the top prosecutor in America. Somebody that looks like they want to just eat the brains of everyone they fucking come in contact.
That then becomes a big problem because we all want Matt Gaetz. We all love Matt Gaetz. Is he going to get allowed through the Senate? Is he going to pass?
And that was the reason for him essentially removing himself from the candidacy of that position.
By the way, everything I say right now, it sounds like I'm black-pilled. It's just this is kind of the reality of shit that you have to work through.
Yeah, and I do get
and that's
that.
that's why I say just my mood right now is black-pilled. Now, do I think this move's going to last? No. It just needs time because, again, it's just optically what we're seeing looks like a loss after a loss after a loss after a backtrack, strongly worded letter, a good phone call. I mean, optically it looks like someone's tucking tail and walking away. That's what it looks optically.
Well, I feel like my thumbnail right now, but I know I'll snap out of it eventually. But that's how I feel right now.
Can I at least give a potential reason for not the strongly worded letter? Fuck that shit. That was retarded. No, at least the phone call.
Okay, let's go back to this. This is good.
But on his campaign, it seemed like, hey, this is not the I'm trying to drain the swamp. This is the no fucks given Trump. Like, you tried to kill me. It was like, I'm coming back. I'm coming with a vengeance. We were expecting, it was like, they didn't say we could do it, but we found some of his hair. I just cloned 7 Teddy Roosevelts. One would be in charge of the DOJ. One would be in charge of the FBI. And it was like, we were waiting for like this fucking moment where he was really going to come in and start breaking some eggs. And it never happened.
AIDS are gone. We ended AIDS. Sammy, do you know one of the reasons why we've been kind of floundering for a while?
Why?
The Senate?
Charlie.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, I will.
That caused huge turmoil in the right. There was a power.
Charlie was one of the people in Trump's ear. Was one of the people that Trump would turn to talk to and stuff like that. And Charlie had a lot of power.
Yeah, he was turning Trump
no more.
He put Trump with JD Vance. He was fucking starting to steer him away from a lot of the certain international countries that we don't need to be as heavily involved in. And I see that look.
Someone's ears are perking.
I didn't say anything.
Hey, be very careful. I hear Nick Fuentes is also pretty gay.
Say anything. Well, speaking of Nick Fuentes, I think that the biggest winner after this week the biggest winner of the Trump capitulates narrative. Now, I'm not proposing the Trump capitulated narrative. We actually don't know what concessions he got. I think it's really likely that Trump made a deal that had some favorable outcomes that may yet play out. Like, for instance, having the Minneapolis Sheriff's Department go in there and bust up the protesters in front of the hotel. That was pretty.
That didn't happen. That was not the Minneapolis Sheriff's Department.
That was a different.
It was a subdivision. It was a different town that already doesn't put up with that bullshit anyway. But the protesters traveled into that town with using their little app to go after the new hotel.
That was not knowing area.
Oh, gotcha.
Not knowing they just entered the wrong fucking neighborhood. Now it was state police. Are they going to start assisting to a point? Yeah. This is a great. Mr. Scott is 100% right. They aren't going after mass deportations now. Not in Minnesota. We had a raid near me 2 weeks ago. Later, they were replaced with more migrants. So I'm guessing the same place. Unless you go after the employer and NGOs. Yeah, great point.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is what we
and
know.
That's where my frustration comes in with all of these raids. They've done it on plants and food processing and stuff like that, where they sit there, raid it. Almost half of their staff is taken away. But yet nothing happens to the business that hired them in the first place.
And that is a problem because right now there is no laws to actually go after the businesses, but you should be able to go after the businesses because the businesses are the people that are also trucking these people in. And you're right with the NGOs, even though that would go after the Catholic Church, and I'm proud Catholic over here. Yeah, we fucked up on that one. Let's stop that shit, Pope.
Again, but like I said, the biggest winner from the Trump capitulated narrative is going to be the dissident right.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I mean that's who wins, because people are starting to say, hey, say what you want about those guys. They definitely aren't the most polished, but they would have sent the troops in.
But they're also the ones right now saying that Trump capitulated, which
because that narrative benefits them.
Yeah, it does benefit them. It benefits them a lot, but there's actually no real evidence that he capitulated.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more likely that he probably got some concessions that we're not aware of, and we don't know 100% of what the facts on the ground are.
And we may not know, and they may not put it out for the sheer fact that part of the deal that they may have made was to keep their concessions kind of under wraps. Wall's going to move in and start doing some of these items, which if they came out and said, this is what I've agreed to, then there's a possibility that those protesters and rioters will then turn on Walls.
And they did.
They already have.
And
more so.
I had this moment because I've looked at the French Revolution a little bit, and one of the things that happened during the French Revolution is when they ran out of aristocrats they had a good reason to kill, they weren't done killing yet. They wanted to kill more people. And so I figured even if they got ICE to leave town, this revolutionary army that they've raised wouldn't be tired of revolutioning. So they were going to end up on Tim Walz's doorstep. And that's exactly what happened.
I don't want to jump the gun, but in reality, so between what we heard last night and today, what has actually changed? That's what I'm going to ask you guys real quick. What has actually changed?
Between last night and today? Well, the protests have not changed at all. We know that.
Yes, but no. What has Trump changed?
From
let's see, the old at-large Homeland guy has been removed and Homan's moved in. Then there's rumors of Nome being fired. I have not heard it really confirmed.
That's been squashed,
dedunked, and because Trump did respond to that, essentially squashing that idea.
So the main reason I asked this is what has actually changed? All that's
not really
changed.
Anything.
Yeah, all that's actually changed is Greg went back to California, I believe. And Tom Holman came in, and Tom Holman ain't fucking around right now. He's actually been going out there saying, we're cracking down harder. No ICE agents have actually left the state. CBP hasn't left the state. Everybody's still there. It's just changing of who's in charge. And I actually kind of like Tom Holman being in charge a little bit better because, yes, Greg Bovino was fucking up on some PR aspects. He was lying in some areas. He was fucking up a lot. Tom Holman don't fuck up. Tom Holman don't play around. Tom Holman get the job done. I like Tom Holman being.
Okay. Now, before we're starting to kind of jump from fucking the first thing all the way to the last. So let's just start with this. I did have a lot of problems with this whole,
statement
message that he put out. Yeah. Governor Tim Walz and me called me with the request to work together with respect to Minnesota. It was a very good call, and we actually seemed to be on a similar wavelength. I told Governor Walz I would have Tom Holman call him, and that we're looking for any and all criminals that they have in their possession. The governor was very respectful. So all this, don't need to read this. Everybody's fucking read it. It's just a very flowery, just.
So it's Trump being Trump?
Yeah, but here's the thing. You get to a point where these are people that advocate for his fucking imprisonment and or death constantly.
Mamdani?
Walz and Fry.
No. So I'm bringing up Mamdani because remember Mamdani went to the White House.
Yeah.
Remember how that all played out when we had that whole stunt? And
he looked like a beaten dog with his tail between his legs when he was there with Trump.
With that.
Then as soon as
Mamdani.
Mamdani. And then after he got back to New York, he was right back to his barking again.
Yeah. But Trump ended up showing you hey, he's gonna play with you. He's gonna be nice. If you're nice to him, this is the Trump way of doing things. Flowery, nice language. Hey, you were nice to me, so I'm gonna be nice back. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what he does. He's a great guy.
You know, the second year.
Yeah, call it retarded. I don't remember.
It's okay. You can call me a fascist. You don't know what that word means, by the way.
Now, and following the steps of everything that happened, shortly after that message, Nick Sorta, who's on the ground there, he has lots of connections. He starts going fucking crazy because it looks like they're going to serve old boy who was already there, Bavino, up on a fucking platter to, you know, let him take the fall. It looked that way. Now, whether that was going to happen or not is kind of, we don't know. We don't know if it just didn't look good, so they decided to change course at the last minute or what. That part, that was all just kind of rumors here or there. Now, this is the part that has me the most concerned. Let's listen to this real quick.
One of the stories that I've unfortunately been hearing this morning is that Border Patrol agents have now been given new orders not to, for example, if they were to run a license plate and it comes back as that person is an illegal that Border Patrol was forced to let into the country under Joe Biden, they are no longer allowed to arrest that person.
And is this the first?
They know for a fact that's illegal.
Is this new information that you're just bringing to light right now? That these new orders? Okay, and
that does check out with the other things that we've heard. That all Trump's asking for are the criminal illegal aliens that are already convicted of another serious crime and are already being held in custody, instead of being released back out and they have to go play catch, you know, Pokemon Go and try to catch the motherfuckers with soccer moms there with their fucking rape whistles constantly following their ass using their little fucking Signal app.
And I'm not happy about this either. And I feel like I'm fucking licking the boot right now. Jesus fucking Christ, why am I me?
Look away, Dermy. Look away.
Oh, shut up. I feel like I feel like a trust the plan fucking faggot right now. Why is this the way that I am? Even Crowder yesterday said that it would be best to go after the hardcore people in the prisons and the hardcore criminals right now instead of the everyday people. Even Crowder said that yesterday on stream. So I do want to put that one out there. Also, just like Tim Pool said yesterday morning on his own show that Donald Trump should stand down. And is now out there bitching and complaining about Donald Trump standing down, apparently. But, you know, what you guys say.
Tim Pool? No, say it ain't so.
Hey,
that doesn't check out with Tim Pool.
Hey, you want to know what? You back off the fence sitter. Okay?
He is.
What I am going, I'm putting this out there just as right now. If this is what we are hearing, one, we don't have any. We have Nick Sorter. Nick Sorter has the sources. I'm not going to try to discredit Nick Sorter in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. This is what we are hearing. What does that play out? Does that mean, hey, we're not arresting you because you didn't do anything right now that is super big and bad? We want to try to get those guys first because there is some polling to say, hey, that we do want some of the big and bad guys out first instead of just the everyday individuals, even though we need to get both sets out. Could that be the plan? And then they're going to go back and try to keep pushing the CBB app and everything like that. Is that the strategy that was moving forward? We don't know. And that's some of the other parts about the game blackpilled. The I don't know what's next. The I don't know part. The I don't know fucking sucks. And I don't know. And you're naturally going down the it's all fucked when my position is I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not going to try to act like I know and don't want to say trust the plan or act like trust the plan, but sometimes it's just like I need to step back and see what the next play is before I can make a decision.
I think I guess my problem is I've kind of fallen into maybe a little less severe than our friend Theo down there. But I feel like we're already in a position where we don't negotiate with terrorists anymore. These people are positioning themselves as the enemy, and that's how they need to be treated. And if that means making an example out of a state like Minnesota with the Insurrection Act, that's what that means.
But I will say this, is that the move you want to make right now when everybody and their mom are saying that the ICE is the fascist after the killing recently? Is that the move you want to make?
That's where I'm at, is if he does that, you're going to start to see
not just in Minnesota, but just like uprisings everywhere, right? It's going to be 2020 all over again.
Well, okay. I think there is wisdom in pulling out because I think once
I never pull out.
All right, hold on. Guys, hold on. It's first of all, it's just as effective as using a condom statistically. It's actually not more effective to use condoms. That's a proven fact. You can look that up. That's data.
Serious for a second there.
I think he was.
I was. You guys derailed me, but it's just
Sorry.
I hate this shit. Pulling out gets so much fucking slander, and it's a perfectly valid method. It works just as well as a condom statistically. Okay, so anyway. I don't want to get into this. That's a whole nother rant. This is for theocracy. My point is, pulling out might be exactly what pulling ice out might be exactly the thing to do. And here's why: the protesters are not going to be done protesting, so they're going to be searching for another authority figure. And I think that particular burning bag of dog shit is going to end up on Tim Walz's porch.
Absolutely.
So I think this might be one of those things where once the antagonist is removed, they're going to go search for another one, and so Trump can, 5D chess
And
remove
then
that, and then.
Well,
Tim Walz
2
has
weeks
to
later,
deal with
when
it.
it starts dying down and they're still, out there doing that, then you go in and it's like, hey, we're not the ones causing this shit anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also you play by the numbers, right? So in all of these cities where ICE has gone in,
I like this better.
where the authorities are working with ICE and they're in, they're out, it's effective, and crime goes down in the double digits, goes down 20%. So then you go back and was like, you do it in all these other cities that are working with you, and then you look back and be like, and Minnesota's still a shit show. So it was like, obviously it's not us, it's them.
Yeah.
Well, it's right for him to point out that they have been coming out and saying, look, the policy is in other states that we already do this with, and we have no problems in any other states except Minneapolis and Minnesota.
Even California, you had the riot for the little while, and then they started working with you. You don't have these issues in California. Yes, throughout the Pacific Northwest, you have Antifa, but that's like their headquarters. Okay, they're always going to be acting like psychopaths over there.
Mm-hmm.
But still, when the states work with us, no issues happen. So if you pull out and say, hey, we're going to keep focusing it over here, this state, you know what, we'll have less there. Let them keep growing crazy. Use that to your advantage, and then go like, hey, we did it, and they're still psychotic up there. Well, we got to go in now.
It's like
okay, no, you guys are making some compelling points. I think you're kind of selling me on my fucking authoritative, just fucking hard on for just immediate, unrelenting force.
I got a couple of friends who are still like in the Proud Boys and stuff, and they're not. Ever since J6, what they would do is, before they would go and they would meet Antifa, boots on the ground, right? Or so they would what they thought and they found out was most effective is they would say that like they were gonna march somewhere to protect this statue, right? Mm-hmm. And they would announce something, and then obviously Antifa would be there to be the other side of that voice. And then, word will get out, press will be there, and then they just don't show up at all. And then Antifa's already there, they're already riled up, so they usually end up getting in fights with the press. So it was like they found that to be much more effective than just going and
basically just setting them up to look like assholes.
Just let them, Operation Let Them Speak. Like you'll find that a lot of these voices, since they are true believers and usually fucking maniacs, when you just let them open their mouths and get to their own devices, they're gonna out themselves.
Well, and I don't want to. Let's look at the two victims of the questionable shootings of the quote unquote questionable, air quotes questionable ICE shootings. Right. The more we have found out about them, the less sympathetic they have become.
Yes.
The more it's like, wait, like Renee Good, abandoned her kids, is essentially a full-time activist, is psychotic, used to be much hotter. Right. And then the dude, obviously horrible looking, so ugly that MSNBC felt the need to face tune him to make him a hotter martyr. Okay. Quit his job. Quit his, first of all, male nurse, gay job. Second of all, quit his job to be a full-time ICE agitator, showed up there armed. Oh, and by the way, he still was nursing broken ribs from a fight he was in with an ICE agent a week ago. And we were supposed to believe they were just innocent baby angels, didn't do nothing, minding their own business on the way home from the gas station with Skittles and iced tea. And it turns out, no, they weren't. They're lying again.
And then also it turns out that in 2020, our good ICE, our good nurse got arrested for doing the exact same shit.
Oh, wow. Isn't that interesting?
And didn't his parents come out and make a comment that they tried to talk him out of doing anything stupid again?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, no, these people, they can't help themselves, right? And you know, and I do blame the media for this.
Very much so.
One of the things, like in a truly just world, like let's say, like we get the good ending. Everybody at CNN and MSNBC should be tried for like elderly abuse. It was like my mother watches this stuff and is just absolutely mortified. And I was like, they're lying to you, right? Like she'll be like, no, it's on the news. And I was like, yeah, the news hasn't been the news in decades. It's been hijacked. It's been bought by political agitators, and it's funded by terrorism. So maybe you might want to like start reading around, get some independent sources, because these people are going to do nothing but scare you into submission. There's a reason that we all had to have Thanksgiving fucking dinner out in the front yard one year because you were too fucking scared.
You were allowed to have Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah. Actually, I was lying. I misspoke. You know what she did? She cooked stuff and then she just dropped it off on the porch. And I was like, "Can I get a hug?" And she's like, "No,
I'm told not to. Not until you're vaccinated." God damn!
It wasn't until we had like a couple uncles die who got the vaccine, who actually caved to her, capitulated to her.
I lied to my mom like the whole time. Like, yeah, I'm on my third one. I've had none. And
I would take off
good.
of work the next day. I'd be like, I had a bad reaction.
and months and months later, Mom was like, I wish I never got that. I'm not getting any more. I'm like, yeah, I don't think it works at all. No. Brilliant. I wasn't even allowed to say that without you abruptly ending the call 6 months ago, but glad we're on the same page now, Mama.
Now granted, like we did have my elderly grandma living with her, and my sister was pregnant at the time, so she lost her fucking mind, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I was going like, Ma, it's got a 98% survival rate, even if you're not vaccinated or nothing. Okay, it doesn't have an effect on pregnant women. It's probably going to kill grandma.
Yeah. Well, can we I think we hit the nail on the head. We got to be real about the fact that whoever is not just, pumping out not just the mainstream media, what cable news is pumping out, but all the newspapers, and more importantly, what's been on fucking TikTok and on the short video. Programs. Like,
that's how they get the young ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it just makes them like retarded and unpalatable and just like difficult to deal with. And they get in these thought terminating cliches like trans women are women. And it's just like, you can't, they don't think. It's so bad. It's so evil. And I don't blame the individual people who fall for this stuff, because a lot of these people, like, okay, both of the people that died were 37. That is not a coincidence. That is the point in your life where you start to be like, hey, am I ever going to accomplish something? No,
probably not. You're
all right. Well, you know what I mean? Like this, and millennials are, permanently fiction brained. They read Harry Potter. They saw The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. They never expanded their lexicon beyond that. Everything they've ever consumed is some kind of like dystopian science fiction, right? Mm-hmm. And
Theo, how many times do I need to correct you? They've also read The Milking Farm.
I forgot they've also read Minotaur Milking Farm, guys, which is a horny dystopia.
No, I mean, even when you look at like shows we watch as kids and stuff, like Captain Planet was like basically telling us like, don't have kids, don't, the world is over.
The whole world is your family. Yeah, I got that clip saved somewhere.
Yeah, no, but now, if you were a white male, not so much when I was growing up, but by the time you got to like high school and definitely by college, it was like you should be kneeling down. Women, you're oppressed no matter what you do. They are just an angry lost generation, and I'm so glad I'm on the elderly side of that because I didn't get the full brainwash, right?
Oh,
like
God,
women, you're oppressed unless you're Muslim. Then you're lucky, right?
Yep.
No, but I do want to touch on what you guys are saying because that's a good point. They don't understand that these are real world consequences, and that's not by accident. All of the training material and everything the media has been repeating and the politicians have been repeating all and over. ICE is not real law enforcement. ICE cannot do X, Y, and Z. This is how you obstruct. This is how you rebel. They are purposely setting these people up to get hurt. These outcomes are not tragedies in the people that have orchestrated this minds, the ones who are funding all of this. This is what they want. What they didn't want was a fat gay white lesbian and a white fucking twink male nurse. They wanted better martyrs, but they're making best with what they fucking got. Even if, let me pull it down. We're just going to jump the fuck ahead real quick. Let me pull this up.
I was talking about this on Emerald's show earlier. It was like they incite it, right? It's good no matter how it ends because of the optics. So it was like, and I know exactly what was going through Mr. Male Nurse's head when he got pinned down to the ground. It was a bullet because he brought a gun.
Oh God.
But no, what I'm saying, that's perfect. What I'm saying is,
I got one better.
Emerald is, if I told people that at 5 p.m. tomorrow, okay, maybe not right now because it's January, that the ice cream truck is going to come, and like we're all going to have ice cream, right? And then all of a sudden later, I come out to my my driveway, and there's a bunch of people standing around with money in signs that say we want ice cream, and then I have to act like I don't know what the fuck they're talking about because you can't you're inciting this. You're using these big words. You know what did Tim Waltz say the other day? Like there's a girl like Anne Frank writing about ice. Like it was like exactly the type of feelings that's going to incite. And these people probably do think that they're on the right side of history. But
it's funny coming from the same group that hates the Jew. Well, both sides hate the Jews.
Yeah, no. If you go far enough on either side of the spectrum, you start to hate the Jews.
But oh God. But let's go back to what was the first thing Renee Good's common law wife said after she was unfortunately hit by the
why were you using real
bullets?
Why are you really using real bullets? They have
why do you use a real car, bitch?
Yeah, they are brainwashed to think that this isn't real. There are no actual real world consequences. The worst they can get is a little bit of a boo-boo, maybe go to jail for a night, get immediately released, and have a great story to tell their friends at the next fucking book reading.
Oof.
Yeah, no, it's bragging rights, right?
Yeah, that's it. I pull it. Here's the original. Well, we already got it. Yeah.
He's got like one of those smiles. Like you ever see like a kid in like your yearbook and it was like, oh, that motherfucker, like he actually doesn't know how to smile, or he's like,
it's whenever I smile. I get it.
Well,
he looks so sickly and gay.
But this guy's a social reject and probably doesn't have a lot going for him, and so he went into nursing so that the whole world would tell him what a good boy he was. And when that didn't fill his bottomless pit of narcissism, he decided to become a terrorist.
Have you guys ever seen the Cuckold Simulator game?
No.
Yes,
What?
Yeah, he kind of looks like the main character.
Theo.
What?
He does. Holy shit. Yes.
Yeah, let me
go ahead and pull it up there.
He was just he's just good looking enough not to be like shunned in public, right? So like, he was on the cusp of like being popular, but he never got there. I'm sure he did look better when he had a full head of hair and everything, and maybe went out in the sun. There might have been a point in time where he actually looked like the AI photo.
No, there's a reason why he grew the beard.
Let's see what you. Let me pull this down. What you got there? Look.
Right there. This is the main character from Cuckold Simulator.
Oh, Emerald, pull down your screen. Yeah, thank you, Emerald.
Oh, yep.
Holy shit.
You give him the beard, it's the same dude.
Yeah. I bet he has a fedora at home in his poor lonely closet.
That guy 100% owns a fedora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what the sad part is he never wore it. It was always there, and he's like, "Is today going to be the day?" And he's like, "Nah, one of these."
I'm too nervous to wear it.
Yeah,
my lady.
What was the salesman said? They'd never seen someone pull it off better.
What I thought was really ironic, one of his Facebook posts has him in the woods, looking kind of effeminate, going, and it has a banner around it, a filter that says "Save lives, stay inside" during COVID.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. It's the same people. They've been conditioning these people for compliance for like almost a decade now.
Yeah, no, it's absurd.
From Mr. Scott Awesome.
Nice. Now we'll go back to this. All right, switch me back to mine, Emerald. Let's finish this real quick.
I don't want you to reveal your sources, but you have someone who you trust on this. You believe this is a matter of actual approach and policy now.
This actually came from two separate border patrol agents on the ground in Minnesota. They're very, very frustrated. Obviously, they feel like one of them actually said that this feels like we just reverted to the Biden days. One of the stories that I've unfortunately been hearing this morning is that border patrol agents have now been given new orders not to, for example, if they were to run a license plate and it comes back as that person is an illegal that Border Patrol was forced to let into the country under Joe Biden, they are no longer allowed to arrest that person.
And is this
even
the first
though they know for a fact that they're illegal?
Is this new information that you're just bringing to light right now? That these new orders? Okay. And I don't want you to reveal your sources, but you have someone who you trust on this. You believe this is a matter of actual approach and policy now.
This actually came from two separate border patrol agents on the ground in Minnesota. They're very, very frustrated. Obviously, they feel like one of them actually said that this feels like we just reverted to the Biden days. One of the stories.
All right, so that's what we got. That's again just to kind of justify my current state of mind. Now, and that checks out with a lot of the other things that some of the other people are reporting to, that they are no longer doing street apprehensions or running plates or going to the home of known illegals that have committed more than just crossing the border illegally. They're just not in custody yet. They're only collecting people in physical custody, allegedly, according to the rumors.
So now you know how we were just talking about and sorry to segue just briefly real quick. You know how we were talking about how Holman was going to Minnesota and they were going to meet and all this stuff. Well, Libby Emmons.
This is good. I have this saved too. Go ahead and bring this up.
Yep. Libby Evans is reporting that Frey says Minneapolis will not comply with federal immigration law after the Holman meeting.
I have his exact tweets.
Okay, I have, but let me switch from line real quick.
We get it, Dermy. You're such a good boy. You did homework.
Well, I had an hour rant on my
I know.
So.
Okay. Yeah. So with this one, it's going to do a pop up, but I'll just read it here. Today, Chief O'Hare and I met with Bordazar Holman, had a productive conversation. I reiterated that my main ask is for Operation Metro Surge to end as quickly as possible. Public safety works best when it's works best when it's built on community trust, not tactics that create fear or division. All right. I also made it clear that Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. It's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Just not going to enforce federal law.
I'm done paying income tax.
Yeah. Sounds really good.
For fucking hell. And that we will remain focused on keeping our neighbors and streets safe. City leaders will
protecting the illegals.
Continue to stay in conversation with Mr. Homan and his team. So I guess the terms were not approved by this guy right here. Let me share this tab and pull up this. This is an old video, but here he is. And let's just pay attention to what he says here.
Today to congratulate our new Somali elected Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. My colleague and I are here, and it's really important to see
his colleague. He's congratulating the new president of Somalia with his colleague.
A peaceful transition, and we just want to congratulate him and wish him a good luck in the next 4 years. And I want to congratulate every Somali diaspora here. It's wonderful. So here, Mayor Jacob, who also has a couple words to say.
Mahat Senate Councilmember Jamal Osman, Salam Alaikum, MAGA No More, Jacob Fry, Doka Magalada of Minneapolis. And similarly, I want to say a big congratulations to the newly elected President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. This is a big deal in the peaceful.
What the fuck is happening?
It's super important to have that every step of the way following an election, and a huge congratulations to the newly elected president and to the entire state of Somalia, nation of Somalia. Our Somali diaspora here in Minneapolis is of so critical importance, and so
that's the problem.
We are partnering every step of the way, and to the newly elected president, congratulations. We've met before here in Minneapolis, and
I'm sure you have.
Look forward to partnering with you going forward.
See, this is my problem right here, and this is the problem that is happening in Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota also, they changed their fucking state flag to resemble the Somali flag.
The fact
Talk
is
about
that
yourselves for just a moment, guys. I'll be right back.
Yep. The fact of the matter is, specifically with Minnesota, we already have seen decades and decades of never voting red. It's always voted blue. This is all the way back to even past Reagan. It was all the way to Nixon. They haven't voted red. Now keep that in mind. Now, in addition to that, is the fact that the Somali diaspora still sees themselves as Somalis first. Not as Americans, that if they've immigrated and naturalized, they're not even American. They don't even see themselves as Americans first. They still see themselves as Somalis. That's the problem. You don't come here to be part of this country and be naturalized under this and the Constitution here in this country and still have allegiance to the country that you fled. Because of that, they are now creating their essentially own no-go zone, electing politicians that are opposed to our own Constitution and doing stuff to benefit them through fraud and everything else. How many reports have we seen so far of suitcases now that have been caught loaded with cash on their way to Somalia?
That's actually
because they're Somali first. They're not here to be part of the union, be American citizens.
Emerald, when did you realize that you were a bigot?
I believe when I was born and I saw my skin was white.
You know what? That's a good answer. I approve. I approve.
But we're kind of seeing it though. And that's overall the biggest problem that we're facing right now when it comes specifically to Minnesota. And that's the reason why these policies that they've been doing with ICE and everything else in Minnesota has been having such the problems, unlike in other states that aren't having near the same problems. You have your little uprisings. You do have a little bit of protests and stuff like that, but nothing compared to Minnesota. Again, what happened in the Summer of Love in 2020? Where was the biggest events happening? Right there in Minneapolis. Granted, yeah, you want to know what, Floyd was there, but still, they're the ones that let their cities burn down. They didn't get involved. They were telling their cops to stand down and move away.
And really, the reality is there's bad use of force incidents multiple times a year in every single city in America. I don't think it's a coincidence that Minneapolis is the one that keeps popping off. You know, people have suggested that they might be deliberately targeting Minneapolis because of how it's structured and the fact you got a lot of depressed people living there. And it's just easier to get people riled up.
Question for the whole panel. Can anybody name one United States major city that is not fully Democrat run?
I cannot name a major city that is.
I mean,
not
I don't
Democrat
know. What
run.
about is
barely even a minor
Dallas?
city?
I don't even know about Dallas.
No,
Dallas is not.
Dallas is blue.
Dallas is blue.
Wait, did
Las
Dallas
Vegas, Nevada's blue.
Did Dallas's mayor become independent? Because I remember one of them did. He left the Democratic Party, but he didn't become a Republican.
So he's probably just a 90s liberal. I'll take that. I'll take a 90s liberal.
Guys, even Wichita, Kansas, largest city in the state of
Blue
Kansas.
as fuck.
Blue. The only reason that it ever votes red in any way, shape, or form is because Koch brothers are there.
Makes sense. Yeah, I can't think of a single major, massive city, and it's all these fucking cities that control all of the red surrounding area gets no say because of them.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when I say don't negotiate with the enemy, and let me pull this up real quick. I'll go back to here. This is why Democrat candidate for Ohio, AG, who said he's going to kill Trump, also posted this when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. So he's an evil, degenerate psycho. This is what we're doing. This is just Ohio. This is just fucking mainstream now with them. Mm-hmm. And we're having productive conversations and phone calls.
Hi, this is Elliot Forehand, candidate for Ohio Attorney General. I want to tell you what I mean when I say that I am going to kill Donald Trump. I mean, I'm going to obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the
of what? They can never answer that question.
Requirements
because it doesn't matter. There's no bad. What's there? I use it all the time, but it's something commies always say. There are no bad means, just bad targets. There's no bad tactics, just bad targets. He doesn't care what he arrests him on. All he knows is if he gets him in the courtroom, they're gonna throw the fucking book at him.
This is why people like me, I think Theo and definitely Professor Savage Dad are starting to kind of fucking lose it, because 97 fucking what are they called? 97 arrests. What's the other word for arrest? I'm sorry. Kind of flopped out there for a second.
Apprehensions.
Convictions. What are we talking about?
I think you're talking about
where you charge somebody. Where you charge somebody. Theo, what's the word? Yes, there we go. That's what I want to hear. 97 indictments for Donald Trump.
Okay. Yes.
Ilhan Omar, dead to rights, 0. Adam Schiff, dead to rights, 0.
Not a good target right now after what happened tonight.
Oh my God! Yes, let's just go right the fuck into that, because that's
before you go into that. Just on this, you're right. We need some actual movement here. I'm not going to deny that. Mm-hmm. But technically, nothing he said is illegal.
No, because he's dancing around legality.
Yes,
he's dancing,
resulting in a sentence.
No, that's what I was talking about with the ice cream truck. It was like, hey guys, the ice cream truck is coming to my house at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and then a bunch of people show up with money and signs and say we want ice cream, and then I got to be like, well, I didn't say, hey, buy ice cream. I didn't say, go to the truck. No, but like they're getting their point across, and they're using the type of jargon that gets these people upset. Mm-hmm. It's despicable.
It gets them riled up.
Check this out.
Real quickly, to answer your question that we posed earlier, can you name any major cities that are, we'll just say Republican mayor?
Yeah.
So Dallas, Texas actually is Republican mayor, Eric Johnson. Okay. Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Fresno, California, Mesa, Arizona, Virginia Beach, and Bakersfield.
The only two that surprised me are the California ones, because I'm surprised that actually happened.
Dallas
now-
actually does surprise me because I thought he only went independent because Fort Worth.
Yeah, but
and Dallas
Texas is fighting tooth and nail to stay red, and that's why they're going. If they can't insert woke communist, typical leftists
Overall,
they go with Plan B. Plan B is what? The green. That's the red green alliance. That's where they go with the Islamification. Let's bring them in, just like they did in Minnesota and in Michigan with Dearborn and everything else. Yeah, change the demographic that way.
So
but this part that he says is real important. Oh, go ahead, real quick.
Out of the top 100 largest U.S. cities, there are only 22 Republican mayors as of January 2026.
That's a higher number than I fucking expected. Listen to what he says right here.
Of capital punishment. That is what I mean when I say that I'm going to kill Donald Trump.
He will have Donald Trump executed. Mm-hmm. Remember when Donald Trump just casually said, well, isn't the punishment for sedition and treason execution? I thought that's what it was. He just kind of said it tongue in cheek like that, referring to the seditious 6 or 7, whatever the number of the people that all those douchebags that went out and told members of the military to not obey
if he even
orders that make you feel like they're bad or illegal. Go ahead.
I don't remember if he said it exactly, but I do remember he reposted other people who said it.
Yeah. They went fucking nuts on him for saying it. This guy's flat out saying it. We're going to find a crime, charge him with capital punishment, and have him executed. Well, that's what I say when I say I'm going to kill Donald Trump. He's got a fucking smile on his face.
So they'll say things like that. And then if you try it on the other side, they'll be the first ones to like call it out. I mean, these people were ready to put Trump on a pike for Quiet Piggy. And then you got this smiling, happy asshole going like, "Oh, what I said when I'm gonna kill Donald Trump, I really meant that I'm gonna use the court system to do it."
Yeah, but he's still gonna fucking die. Jesus fucking Christ. That's after the guy leaves. They want to kill him even after he leaves office and can never run again.
Kids, we got to start shoving the weaker ones back into lockers and giving kids swirlies and everything. These people need to know that their voice shouldn't be heard. Okay.
Make bullying great again.
Yeah. Well,
we have indictments. It's such a hard word to remember sometimes.
I could tell these guys probably just a little bit older than me. Like he never had a dead bird thrown at him and no one called him a homo. Like that's just
what the fuck? Somebody threw, as you were a child, someone threw a dead bird at you and then called you a homo at the same time.
No, we did it to this kid named Randall Burke. And guess what?
You were the bully.
Guess what? He got picked up. He was a pedo. We got a.
Listen, we knew he was a pedo the whole time.
We knew he was a fucking weirdo when we were in fucking second grade.
Do you remember being a kid and sometimes you could just smell that shit on other kids and you didn't want to beat them up for almost no reason? Like you just knew there's something wrong with them and you wanted to just.
His name was Wilfred. I'm not going to say his last name.
And they would either then be beaten normal or, they grow up and do what they say, well, if you didn't do that, if you didn't beat him up, they wouldn't have done that. It's like, no, that's why we beat him up, because we knew he would. All right. Anyway. Here we go. Ilhan Omar sprayed with a syringe of liquid of unknown origin or content during her little speech here. Let's watch.
The arsenic.
Must resign or face impeachment.
Resign? That I'm sorry. I bet this bitch talks like Malibu Barbie when she's not on camera. Her accent has been wiped out by this point. She just churches it up for every time she's on screen. So yeah, now this isn't something I want her to go to jail, not get fucking Hep V or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if this was real. There is another angle of her from the front where she's shaking And the guy apparently said, no, she will not. She will not resign. It feels too good because apparently the guy was also just sitting in the front row the whole time.
Yeah. Like they don't vet people sitting in there's the stream. So it does hit her. I didn't hear what he said. I thought he was speaking another language when I heard it. I thought he said something about Madami.
That's what I thought too. But when you hit, I could.
But if you if you actually listen really closely, you can hear he has an accent too.
Clearly
Almost.
staged.
Yeah. This is staged. I don't believe this to be organic, is what the kids call it.
Well, she's under so much fucking heat right now. She needs something like this.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
she
thing is
also ran up to him very.
Yep.
She ran up fearless, and that's not a natural response, especially from a woman.
Also,
It's just not.
The first thing she would be like, especially the type of woman we know she is, she would be like, "Get that motherfucker out of here!"
Like, so I've just found the actual, like the angle I was talking about.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and bring it up.
And she's not resigning, but he does sound weird. It could just be because of where the mic and everything is there. So I think I have audio on. I don't know.
Must resign.
Yeah, he's just right here.
Impeachment.
Yeah, he's in the front fucking. He's in the first chair.
That's. I'm sorry. I don't see that anything else but staged.
Like even the way they're reacting. Plus, if this is something like actual security, she'd be wished away right now. She would be immediately take your clothes off. You don't know what this is. This could be acid. This could be legitimately anything. And she continues doing it.
Here, I'll send you a tweet I just found about it. The camera fixates on him before the thing gets started. So like it's almost like an award ceremony. Well, you already knew you won because you got a fucking aisle seat. He's right in front of it. Here, hold on. Let me
yeah, if you want to just send it to me.
I sent it right to you. You check your DMs.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, this is sus. Hold on.
And he takes like a glug of water. Like it was like, all right, well, here's my 15 minutes.
Oh, hold on. It'd help if I pulled my screen back on. There we go.
No, we're just looking at nothing, you know.
And round of applause for Congresswoman Omar's staff who's here. So hi everyone, I'm Hennepin.
Why focus in on him at all?
Yeah. Congresswoman Omar's staff who's here.
Like this isn't a crowd shot. This is
zoomed in on him.
Yeah.
I will say this: if it is legitimate, fuck this dude. Charge him to the fullest extent of the law.
Absolutely. Yeah. If it's legit, yeah.
If it's not legit,
well, no. Even if it's not legit, even if it's a setup, throw the book at him. Yeah. Make these people that want to be involved in these staged operations realize that, you want to know what? Whether it was a real attack or not, you were involved in staging it. You get the full. You're going to get charged with the exact same charge, whether it had been real or not.
It wouldn't shock me that it's fake because they're looking deep into Ilhan Omar's finances right now.
Yeah.
They just discovered that this winery that she supposedly has connected to some of her finances doesn't exist.
Okay, well, and another thing too. Look at how this is set up. Okay, this isn't a huge like press conference where you have a bunch of cameras at different angles. There's two cameras. There's the one on her, and then the one on him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's staged.
Yeah, and what just came out either today or yesterday was Benny Johnson found out everything about Ilhan Omar's fake wine company.
Oh, dude, everybody is saying this is staged and fake. Thank God.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and let's see if I got Ilhan Omar's.
There's one they have Trump. You know, like after he got shot, and there's an Omar after she sprayed with deodorant.
Well, even like if you're going to do this, it looks like that's at the end of her speech.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you disagree with someone, and like we see this with the left all the time, you don't wait for them to be done. These people protest; they line up for blocks to keep people from going in and let them be heard. Yeah, this is very much like, oh, she finished. Like this is retarded.
Yeah, so this happens right after this was released. Where's the date? Where's the fucking date?
Go down.
Oh, there we go.
Right there.
Okay, yesterday. Here we go. This is good.
I just investigated Ilhan Omar's official financial disclosures, and what I found was so dark and criminal. I don't know how she gets out of this without going to jail. Have a look at this. Here's Ilhan Omar's financial disclosure from the Congressional Record, year 2023. I want to bring your attention to this company right down here, Est Crew LLC. This is a winery in Santa Rosa, California. It's not doing that well. The total value of the winery is listed at $15,000, and Ilhan Omar's barely making any money off of it at all. Hardly enough to pay a parking ticket. Okay, that's fine. Nothing really mysterious there. Businesses fail all the time. But go ahead and look at her filing for 2024, and you'll find that Est Crew Winery, the same company in the same location, is now worth $5 million. That's incredible, up from $15,000. And
okay,
in 1 year, a wine company. Yeah, in 1 year, a wine company went from 15,000 to 5 million.
Also, Di Gordonier. I like what you said. Someone on X will find out who this guy is, and it will be all connected. Here's why I've been dead inside since 2016. We will prove, and you will have all the evidence you need, and no one's going to give a fuck. It's going to change nothing. It's just going to be a drop in the bucket.
It has
my problem.
It really ultimately depends on, will it be a Juicy Smollett moment? And it probably won't, but here you're not wrong
even Juicy Smollett. He's out, and he's claiming that
he's
out
standing by it. He's still saying racism.
He's going on podcasts. People are still kissing his ass, and even though he was let out because of basically they said it was double jeopardy. Because originally they hit him with some charges that were like a slap on the wrist, and then when they wanted to reopen the case, and then that's when he got jail time, and he did I am not suicidal. They said it was like a double jeopardy,
but it's not double jeopardy. They dropped the charges. They can refile.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's saying that he's doing the same thing that like Chris Chan did, where it was like, I'm not in prison, therefore obviously it didn't happen. Which I guess, if you're a public figure, that's the way that you go about these things. But there's a bunch of idiots who will just be like, well, he is currently not behind bars, he must have been innocent. That's just the way it is.
Let's go back to this.
And enough to pay rent. So this must be one of the most successful companies ever. Let's go ahead and check in on this winery. Maybe we could buy some wine. I like wine. Why not? Let's see if we can buy some Est Crew Winery. Here's Est Crew's social media Facebook page. You'll see here that the last post, was in 2023. Wasn't this the year that they were supposed to, go really big and make Ilhan Omar millions of dollars? Same thing on their Instagram, and they don't have an X. So let's go ahead and check their official website. What is Est Crew? We are winemakers and memory curators. Okay, Est Crew Winery has a bunch of brands that's led by these people, creators of eye-catching labels. So I'm sure I can go and get some of their wine, right? Well, they don't have any activities here, so maybe I could just go to their location and buy some of their wines, or maybe give them a call. Let's try and go to their location here. This is the Google Street View of Est Crew Winery, and what you'll find here is an empty parking lot. Doesn't actually look like an operational business. certainly isn't the same name. So okay,
it's because
let's go ahead
she's
and
Somali
give them a
and they
call.
didn't go on the right
See if
day.
maybe they pick up. Let's go ahead and call the number on the webpage.
Let's go ahead and give him a call and find out. Oh no, user busy.
User.
Let's try that. Okay. Well, I've done this like 20 times today.
Okay, so that didn't work. Is there any wine in this wine company? Is there anything about wines? Because I see like stuff about events, but like, what is this exactly? Aren't you supposed to sell wine at your wine company? Where are your wines? Oh, there are no wines. You want to know why? Because this is a fake company. Rip Ilhan Omar's husband accused of swindling investors in their California winery. They stole millions from cannabis growers. You can see here's the lawsuit right here, saying that Tim Minette, who's Ilhan Omar's third husband, no relation, swindled his investors and defrauded them. How did Minette get this relationship? Well, the current Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison, he used to work for him. Isn't that curious? Keith Ellison, the same guy who refuses to look into any of the Somali fraud. So this company was sued for being a fraudulent company. And the New York Post says the exact same thing, as the House is now probing the mystery of Ilhan Omar's skyrocketing wealth. They said that Ilhan Omar went from being one of the poorest members of Congress, worth negative $65,000, to being one of the richest, worth $30 million. Here's a rare photo of one of their wines that they allegedly made, The Devil's Lie. But the entire...
Wow, that's kind of on the nose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's
Oh my
thing.
God.
I hate when they celebrate it. Like, it's so blatant.
Yeah, this is just on the nose. The Somali flag replacing the Minnesota flag. Tim Waltz putting a satanic mural donated to him by the Satanic Church for his cooperation and participation in their and support that he's given them over the years in the state in the state building. I'm sure you guys already know about that.
Yeah. Company is actually a lie. It's not a lie to Ilhan Omar, though, because she's able to list an enormous amount of her income and an enormous amount of her net worth to this fake.
Thing is, even if you were able to buy wine, there's no way a fucking wine company can go from 15 to 5 million in 1 year, and nobody's heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I know,
not possible.
From what I know, from the movies I've watched and other court cases that I've seen, other court cases that have been like brought up through the different channels and stuff when they go like this. What this looks like is clear and obvious money laundering.
Yeah. So I said Breaking Bad. It's fucking Walt's car wash.
Yep. It is money laundering.
Winery. This winery is not worth $5 million. The winery doesn't even exist. It's fake. It's fraudulent. They need to investigate this.
Will they, though?
Oh, no. What I heard is no. I've heard that the Justice Department is drafting a strongly worded letter.
Strongly worded letter. Yep.
Well, from my understanding, a lot of that is also being looked into by Congress and the Senate right now, which good luck having anything happen over there, but still, like,
yeah,
it goes out there. It can be a part of PR, campaigning, stuff like that. It is tools. The sick part about this, I love our form of government. Don't get me wrong. I love what we do because there is benefits for everything that we do. We did get wins even under Biden. The sick part, though, is how our Congress works and our Senate and everything like there. Yeah. All of that is just disgusting, where they only really work 1 year out of 4 years. They only ever do stuff for 1 fucking year, and then they care more about campaigning, getting donations, doing all that stuff. That is the legitimate sick and disgusting part of our entire governmental system that needs to fucking stop, because if that stops, a lot of this bullshit starts getting nipped at the butt as well.
Yep.
You know how that could have happened is if our president did what the president, is it Argentina with the super prison? The guy who's like pretty much militarized. El Salvador. That guy's, he's next to Malay. He's like the biggest badass on the they're the Trumps we wish we had. But what he did, his first, where he first addressed his version of Congress and everything else. Granted, yes, much smaller country, you know, a lot less bullshit to go through. But what he did is put every single member of their version of the Congress. It is El Salvador. Thank you, Vagabond. He put them all under investigation and let them know it. As of right now, you are all under investigation.
We're all under investigation. Thanks, man.
Well, you want to know what
detriment to this country is when being a politician stopped being a public service and started being a career. Okay?
Well, no, what we need is a
others, they were lawyers and farmers, and everybody was on the same playing field. And you have these guys who stay in power for years and years and years, and they're going to do whatever the fuck they have to do to keep it. That's why we have people putting party over people. That's why we have the problems that we have. It was like, we need to start introducing strict term limits on all these guys. And
even it's not the ones
we like.
Yes.
Right. Well, then we need to add is a constitutional amendment, term limits, and then once you're done with your term, we build our own CCOT for politicians. Once your service is done, you go to prison.
Yes. Well, not even that. It was like once you've held office, like on a grand scale, you don't even get to like run for mayor.
Or any other elected official. It's like term limits across the board.
It's like fucking jury duty, baby.
And you can't go work for a company and become a lobbyist.
Right.
100%.
Or if you do, you go to jail. Also, you can't buy stock. You can't buy land. You can't buy all the, it was like, isn't it? No one sees the correlation that these people coming in, some of them with like,
you mean like,
they like some of them in debt and leave billionaires. No one's, they always use Bernie Sanders as, he used to bitch about millionaires until he became one. And then the billionaires.
You mean like a Georgia congresswoman who's now bitching all about how Congress is inept and can't do shit and isn't following through yet, left midterm.
Yep. And I mean all of them. Nancy Pelosi, insider trading, all of that's obvious. But I even mean fucking Chuck Grassley, 92 years old, bitching about, well, it's a blue sip tradition. We've got to follow these traditions. He doesn't know anything else. Yeah, he's done some good things, and I like the old man. He seems nice enough. But get the fuck out of here. You're not in the same fight we are.
Yeah, no,
old piece of shit.
I when I used to do stand up, I used to say, like one of my biggest fears, they said that the oldest man to ever live has already been born. The first person who's going to live to 150 has already been born. And like, I pray every single night that that's not me, because like, people will watch and they'll be like, why is this old guy such a grump? And I'll be like, do you remember the 90s? And they'll be like, dude, that was 100 years ago. And it was like, well, I fucking do. And that's what my problem is. It was like, you have people like this in office, and then you're gonna relate to you guys ever see the show, what's the one about the old What We Do in the Shadows? The thing that's funny about that show is you just become you just wear out your welcome. Like there's a certain point where you cannot keep up with the zeitgeist of what's happening in the modern world. It was like, I remember being really impressed that my grandmother like would email her friends and we're like, wow, that's great, because like I can't teach your daughter how to use the remote control. this is it's the same thing. It was like, and you're gonna tell me like you were born 20 years after the Titanic sank, and you're gonna tell me what's good for me fucking right now? No,
right.
By the way,
Right.
guys,
We have a hard enough time with the boomers that
Yeah.
don't understand the debt, the crippling debt that they've caused their children and grandparents to the point where we can't afford homes, they can't afford fucking
and then they have the
cars, they're
audacity
gonna be
to
in debt
call
for
us
the rest of
crazy
life.
because they won't fucking retire and give the top
Yeah.
jobs up.
Yeah,
that was the thing. Everybody used to like, you know, like I work at a government office, so it was like back in the day when someone would die, like everybody would move up a peg, just because that was the chain, right? Then it was like all of a sudden you get these guys who was like, dude, you earned your pension 20 years ago. Why the fuck are you still here? Like you're ruining it for everyone.
Yeah.
And it was like, no,
I mean, if you want to, in your advancing years, if you want to continue working, then go get some menial job somewhere to keep working. If you want to move out of the way for other people to advance.
Yeah, exactly.
You know who comes out
breaking.
looking really good? Sorry, I just want to make one more point. You
Go
know who
ahead.
comes out looking really good in this conversation you had, both in the Republicans being ineffective with power and not putting anybody in jail, and also the boomers holding on to power too long. It's the dissident right again, guys. This is what the dissident right has been saying. Like you like here's the thing. I'm not saying you guys do not agree with their policy proposals and their proposed solutions, and I don't either. But you guys do agree with them on what the problems are, and that's what makes their message so sticky and tricky, right? Is
That's
because
also like I've even said like I agree with Nick Fuentes on what the problems are. I disagree on his solutions 10 times over.
Yeah, and I think a lot of normies are going to be like, you know what? This guy has correctly identified the problems. And you know what? I had faith in MAGA, the MAGA coalition to get things done. I thought a bipartisan coalition could do it, but that didn't do it. So fuck it. I'm going to put my trust in, the people who
think about how many people have circulated or filmed themselves like on TikTok or on YouTube where they're listening to those AI translated speeches from Mustache Man and going like,
and see that's where I have a problem. You're acting like they generalize the Jews to just all of them right in a fucking box, not realizing that there's a whole subsect of Jews that actually hate that group of Jews that they're talking about just as much and have been fucking combating with their ideals.
The other problem with the dissident right is they're just massive hypocrites. They'll go out there and scream and shout about how they want foreign money out of politics all day and night. And then the next thing you know, they're taking ad deals from foreign gambling companies that we can't even get involved with.
No, but on that point, though, okay, so hypocrisy is something only conservatives care about. The left doesn't care, and that's one of the reasons that the right loses, is because the left doesn't care about having integrity. They only care about winning. The fact that you care about integrity, I hate to say it, it's a disadvantage. It's a performance disadvantage. It's an inhibitor. Like,
that's
you are
usually
going to get
case,
Machiavelli said this. Like, you are going to get dog walked by a man with no principles 11 times out of 10 because you have principles.
So what you're saying is that Republicans need to stop playing not to win and need to start being ruthless and play to win.
Yeah, I'm saying if they don't, then the dissident right is going to overtake them.
The biggest problem though with like how the right views things is like, yes, you have people in the dissident right that don't have any of these things, say that they're all for, God and everything like that, but they're not. But that's the argument for another time. The biggest problem though is like your pillars of I can't remember the thing, but there was a study done in which like what your pillars of like morality are and stuff like that, and everybody on the right has like an equal amount of all these different pillars and stuff, or varying amounts of it, but it's usually like they have all these 6 pillars of morality, where Democrats and liberals don't have those. They have like 1 or 2, and then libertarians just have 1, which is freedom.
Yeah.
So because
that's why I really can't take libertarians seriously.
But because we have these morals, and because like you're in the country here in the United States, we have like these respect for our institutions, even though we hate our institutions. We force ourselves to follow these things because that's just who we are inherently.
Yeah.
We are the better people, honestly enough.
No, well,
Well,
I think
they
there's
also
a
showed
growing
like
faction.
studies, like Democrats or leftists, when studies on like race and stuff.
We'll come back to this.
They will make all of their decisions like race based and stuff like that. It was like sometimes to their detriment, and usually you'll find on the right where it's more equal. Where
except if we're making a football team or a basketball team. Well, I want the blacks. Sorry.
No, you know what? Bill Burr is kind of a cuck right now, but like he had a great joke and was like, hey, when someone like jumps from the free throw line and slam dunks, it was like everyone was like, why didn't I think of that? No, you didn't think of that because you couldn't fucking do it. Like that's just the way it is. I don't make the fucking rules. But you'll find that they'll make decisions. And it's that feminist society, it's that suicidal empathy where they're willing, to their own detriment, do these things. The problem with all of that is, well, one, it catches up to you, and eventually people getting special treatment once they get treated normally, they start to think that special treatment is racism or whatever ism it is, when that's why it's not great to single out certain types of people and give them special treatment. That's one thing. But the most important thing is when you have this type of society.
Yeah, we should do away with all protected classes. Either everybody's protected or no one is. But go ahead.
Do away with all of them. Just put them on.
I mean, get rid of the special classes.
I agree.
Treating
100%.
people differently. You want to know what? That involves also getting rid of birthdays.
I agree. Get rid of all the minority classes. Just send them to camps. I think
Sammy,
we have
you
enough
were
real way to get it done.
No.
Continue.
They nailed it. No, but one of the things that I had hoped for Trump when he was running this year, or in 2024, was this seemed to be the time when Republicans, there was something that would always stop them dead in their tracks, is they would say something and it usually made a lot of sense, and then Democrats would do the usual bullshit and be like, that's racist, and then they would spend the rest of their time like backpedaling, like trying to explain like how they're not racist, and I was like, and then there was just like a point in time where like the people just kind of went like, oh, you're racist, and was like, fuck you, I don't care, right is right, wrong is wrong. It was like, you can call me whatever you want, but like, like these are the facts. If you want to call them racist, you can call them racist. But then it was like, no, this is just pattern recognition, and these problems exist. And it was like, and I really thought we got over that hump. And they're trying really, really hard to push back. It was like, if you see all the stuff that Ilhan Omar and everything that they're trying to do, Tim Walz is a great example. Actually, Minneapolis is just like a fucking great example. Everybody is just going like, oh, well, you just don't want us here because you have a problem with Somalians. No, I don't even have a problem with Somalians. I have a problem with Somalians stealing billions of dollars and then funding terrorism, or I have a problem with a person here by false means by marrying her brother or keeping her brother in, who was actually actually chased out of Somalia because they were gonna fucking kill her ass if they stayed there. It was like, I have a problem with that. I could give a shit what color. Matter of fact, if she was like French or German or Polish, that would make this shit fucking easier, because then you couldn't make that fucking argument. I have the problem that
I hate to say it, gang, but like, even Sammy's point here once again is addressed by the dissident right. Like, that is the insurgent faction that does not care at all about having races, and that's another thing that draws people, especially young people, to them over traditional MAGA coalition.
To push back on that, and go ahead. I know you've been dying to come in. You go first.
Yeah, we were over that hump where this wasn't a problem. And then Barack Hussein Obama was elected, And that's where this all went downhill.
Came from.
Black man
Yep.
ruined black relations.
Yeah, confirmed. Not born in America, by the way. Can we just stop pretending like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory? No, it's
You know
not.
what he said when Trayvon Martin got killed?
That could have been my son.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Which it's actually not accurate because Trayvon Martin was a foundational Black American, and Obama's
Yes.
dad is from Africa, so he doesn't have.
Yeah, there you go.
It's actually a totally different.
And also,
ethnic group.
Obama's a fag who married a trans man.
Listen, Obama.
There's
had a-
that too.
Obama had a tranny as a nurse, like a not a nurse, but a babysitter for a while.
My.
That is actually true.
Crazy.
No, but to chime in on what you like to clarify my comment about not taking libertarian seriously. It's a lot of what you said about the left, Sammy, that they'll do things based on what they believe in to their own detriment. I see that with libertarians to a point. I agree with 95%.
Oh no, I'm not a
There's
crazy
that whole-
libertarian.
There's that whole level of fucking retardedness.
Yeah.
It's like just everything.
Did you see who their fucking candidate was the last election? It was some
Yeah,
like gay guy that would go like, what are we
and
doing?
and while I'm all, and then now I'm going to go into my critiques of the dissident right. While I'm all for, yes, we have to get in the fucking mud and fight, and if that means using some of the left's tactics within reason to a point, yes, but then to go full identity politics. But on the other spectrum, it's just like how the red pill group is basically radical feminism for men. That's how I look at it.
Yes, that's exactly right. I think that's the right way to think about the dissident right too. And the problem is, like, when you say if we could just use a little bit of woke tactics within reason, it's like, bro, I totally get where you're coming from on that, but that's like using a little bit of like black tar heroin or just like a little bit of meth to get lean. Just a little bit of meth to lean max. You know, it's like the problem with woke politics is it's so, and identity politics and grievance politics is it's so addictive, and that power feels really good, and it whips up the mob into a frenzy, and like there's so much pent up rage here.
What if we don't use that, and what if we just use extreme lawfare?
Well, the thing is, this is exactly right, because the main criticism is like, okay, well, the Republicans are so principled and they're so focused on being the bigger men that when they do have power, they don't use it. And then the left doesn't give a shit about that. They get into power and start using it in unprincipled ways. So it's like we have to defend ourselves at some point, right? Like
We got Chuck Grassley bitching about the whole blue slip policy when the left doesn't fucking give a fuck about it unless they need to.
Yeah, so it's like
Dermy, you look like you've been dying to get in here.
I'm half asleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real. I'm half
You
asleep.
can't say I didn't try, buddy. But if
You
you want to
did.
chime
You-
in, just
you
feel
did.
free to.
I'm
Do
not-
you need to dip? This
I
kind of
am
shit you
getting
can
to
dip
that
anytime
point.
you want.
I kind of need a dip, so because I still have work and stuff tomorrow, and it is 11
For sure, man.
my time. So,
Dude, you're welcome back anytime. I'll send you the link and you can jump in. It was great having you on here.
it was great being.
Everybody
on,
knows who
guys.
you are.
Yeah, I'm Jeremy. You know me.
Yeah. I don't need to say anything.
Well, you do need to say one thing. Friday.
Yes, Friday, I will be the special guest on Ballbusters, and I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't been on in a while.
Yeah,
So,
it'll be
hell
an
yeah.
interesting time.
I'm still waiting for my DM on that one.
I keep forgetting to send you a DM. I actually do. Hit up my producer Gal. She's basically left the internet, so that's a good way to get in touch. I'll figure it out. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, take it
See
easy.
you later,
Darren.
Darren. Great having you on, buddy. All right.
Yeah, no, again, it's a tactic that's because at a certain point, Sammy, you're right. At a certain point, we've got to start pushing back and start defending ourselves. And when you're in the position of being in an offensive position, but you're still playing defense. I mean, what's the point? Then at that point, why even give the Republicans any kind of power if they're going to just stay in defensive mode?
Yeah. Well, Napoleon said the surest way to lose is to fight defensively or something like that. He said it in French, and I'm paraphrasing, but that's the idea, is to just let your opponent set the tone, and you basically just let them name call you. and be like, and so they're calling you racist and you're trying to explain why you're not racist. And if you're explaining, you're losing. That's why, you know, I know we're shitting on the Trump administration for just flagrantly lying about both shootings just before they had any information. But it's like the leftist media was going to lie.
Yeah.
So
and they did.
Like, and they did. So it's like, you know what? I don't blame the Trump administration for like lying first to try to get ahead of the narrative. Like, I mean, the leftist media was going to start lying immediately. They weren't going to wait. So I kind of view that as like a real politic kind of calculation.
Yeah, that's where we're at now, unfortunately.
It's like, fuck, man, I don't want to be there. I would love it if the government could just tell the truth and wait till the facts come out. But like, meanwhile, people are going to be rioting over the lie they heard on TikTok.
Well, I mean, people still can't figure out, like, you know, like with the Charlie Kirk shooting or the attempt on Trump. I mean, they're still going back and forth when it was like, it was obviously like some queer retard, like who just like, you know, like, no, his parents voted MAGA. And I was like, yeah, you never had a college student disagree with his parents' politics.
Dude, I got drunk one night, like after we were done doing shows, and I just started fucking DM Theo all of my conspiracy theories involving this shoot. Actually, I think you opened the door for it. I'm like, I got a lot to say about that, and just started paragraph fucking messaging all of my thoughts for like an hour straight.
Yeah, I think it's right.
It is. Basically. There's a lot of, you know, we use the term, you know, noticing and pattern recognition. Well, there's a big pattern recognition notice about the two shooters, Matthew Crooks and what's the other kid's name?
Tyler
Robbins.
Tyler.
Oh, yeah. They both come from conservative families. They know their way around guns. They're closeted homosexuals, and they're kind of terminally online social rejects, right? If you go back through history and if you know anything about the CIA and everything they've done, they're perfect targets for conditioning. And over the last 70 years, they've gotten really, really fucking good at it. They can turn somebody from fucking social reject nobody to giving them a cause. And what do social reject nobodies want more than anything else? A cause for existence. And this is the same thing can be said about a lot of the other school attackers too. They have those same traits. And what else are they? They're always, well, they were under our radar. Really? Why? Why were they under your radar? And they haven't done anything until they did this, but you knew who they were?
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too,
what's the outcome of all of the outcomes of the actions that they take? As horrific as they are, they're always political outcomes.
You know what's weird? I just thought about this. I haven't heard anything about like a school shooting or like a mass shooting event since all this shit started.
No, the last one was in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
at the school, at the church school that was only a couple blocks away from the ones that they.
Don Lemon led an attack on. Don Lemon led an attack on that church. Just saying it as a fucking fact.
This is gonna sound gay, and you can quote this as much as it. If I was walking down the street and I saw Don Lemon, I don't think I would be able to control myself.
Like, I would, and here's why. I would never strike a fellow live streamer, a fellow YouTuber live streamer who also uses StreamYard.
Down on his luck.
I would not, you know, the streaming community is so small. I would not want to start a conflict with a colleague like that.
Oh, no.
Because you never know when you're going to need to network, appear on each other's
I would
shows.
suplex his ass and then like.
No. I wouldn't go that far. If I was walking past him, I'd throw him a bottle of baby oil and say, hey, your time's coming.
No, I and then I would just tell him everything he wants to hear in his ear. It was like, I did this. I didn't even realize. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice that you were Don Lemon.
Oh my God.
I was just so focused on the fact that you were black and gay.
This is what I'm picturing, Sammy. You've got his hands on his throat like Conquest did on Invincible on the end of the season.
Yeah.
He starts whispering, I'm going to tell you everything about yourself.
Yeah.
But you won't be around to tell anybody.
Yeah. It was like I would just see him, and then like Xbox, like from like the 90s theme would start. Oh, you didn't know, and I would just like I would just see a beeline, and I'd be like, "This is MAGA country." And,
I think it's best Don Lemon meets none of us. The best person to have an interaction with Don Lemon would be Alex Stein.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Alex Stein, just catching him in the wild. Alex Stein is not watching my show, but by God, if there's a slight chance that he is, please
That would
go
be
hunt down
the most
Don Lemon
amazing
and give him the big booty Latina treatment. Or better yet, God, one of my favorite clips from a few years ago is when he's walking through the Antifa guarded trans kid event, and he's this guy in a mask comes and tries to like obstruct him, and just with effortlessly just deflects him onto the ground.
Yes.
Alex Stein
or Alex Stein bringing his wife's boyfriend.
That's another thing too. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of people who's like, can you imagine like being an ICE agent and there's people that's like I hope you're proud of yourself, and I was like, you're the one shaming me, like that.
Yeah, I want to go.
Let that accent like run this fucking country for fucking years. I'm so sick of it. Or it's like this is and this is I don't like this, and it was like every person with ears has had to fucking deal with this for decades. Where it was just like these people, it doesn't matter what and we all see it. They jump from cause to cause to cause. They're never gonna be fucking happy because they're fucking mentally insane. So why do we bother
treating them like people?
Yeah, or listening to them at all. There used to be a point in time where it was like, watch like an early episode of The Simpsons or something where someone would be like, they would say all the same shit. And then we would be like, yeah, that's great. But we have like a real world that we live in.
Yeah, this, right?
Yeah.
Dealing with this constantly.
Yeah, this fucking land whale. Like, I was like...
Who, by the way, this is interesting. Same school
never
district.
Lost her job.
She never lost her job or was disciplined in any way whatsoever. However, a colleague of hers wrote "Go ICE" on his personal Facebook profile, which doing a little more investigating, turns out it's a private, personal. So one of his friends that's invited into his inner circle ratted him out to the school district. Jeez. And he's on leave for saying "Go ICE."
Jeez.
This totally fine.
Uh-huh.
Burn.
Again, that's I mean, this is where I go back into the butt. This goes
just mimicking what it sounds like when she steps on the ground.
Well, again, this is what leads me to that black pill aspect. Going, this country's lost. When you have one side that always wants to play defense, even when they're in the seat of power, when you have the fact that you just don't want to go down and just crush insurrection. Oh, right. No. We're going to just strongly worded letter and we're going to have a good conversation.
There's also I am empathetic. I don't want another Renee Good or this pretty guy. So the best thing for these people and for their safety, because again, they are trained explicitly to put themselves in danger while thinking that they're completely invincible and impervious to any damage whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of a boo-boo or an inconvenience or some bragging rights. Yeah, I went to jail this weekend for stopping ICE and nothing else to come for. They don't realize how much imminent danger they are in. So the best thing for them is to be taking them out of danger by force and putting them somewhere for their own safety. Put them all in the drunk tank as soon as they go out. They shouldn't be able to skirt by the law. If it's not a fucking ICE rally and as some idiot comes into the fucking Denny's and starts blowing a whistle at everybody that they come in contact with non-fucking stop, they're going to call the cops, get them trespassed, get them fucking put in jail. Why is that not happening?
Because they don't want to be racist. They don't want to be bigots. That's what's happening. That's why there's no cash bail. Well, they're in on it, but the whole point, this is the whole, with the current justice system and the current way it is, that's why you have this cashless bail, even for violent offenders. This is why these things are happening, why they're just not even being charged with okay, so even if it is a simple trespassing, okay, you want to know what, misdemeanor or whatever, but then they end up just dropping the charges instead of actually putting these penalties. So all it does is incentivize going, I'm going to do this and nothing's going to happen. I mean, it goes back to one of the juveniles that was just on just a chain of criminal acts. And when he was arrested on camera, he goes, you don't understand. I'm a minor and I'm going to get right out. And then it was actually Judge Shapiro Judge Shapiro over in the DC area. And she goes, no, we're now charging him as an adult. Yep. He's not being released.
I wanted to get to this before Dermy left because I don't know if he knew about it, but yeah, Theo, this is why maybe there is some 4D or 5D chess going on, because while we're bitching about Trump online, but eventually coming to, well, maybe it's all going to work itself out. These are the idiots after that that very nice phone call. This is their reaction. They would never hold up a sign with a white woman. They picked the most flattering picture of her too. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they keep doing that.
Hey, of course, wait, he's still alive. He's right there. He's right there.
I think that's just the default Weasley appearance of these guys. I'll be honest with you.
But again,
I don't know.
Okay, I want to point. No, hold on. I want to point this out. On that poster is CARE. In Texas, they have designated CARE a terrorist organization.
Dude, thank you for pointing that out. I didn't even catch that. Fucking shit. It's always, you see, I'm on the other end of the dissident right spectrum. When I say it's always them, I mean them. The real problem. I got no problem saying that. Fucking come at me, YouTube. It's them. Mm-hmm. God, they're all zombies.
They're all white.
But this is great. They're all in there going
white.
after. Yep, yeah. And they're going after Tim Walz now because Tim Walz talked to literal Hitler, while holding up signs funded by a terrorist Islamic group.
They're not. Well, their bloodlust isn't satisfied yet. They're not done. Yeah. They're not done. And I think Trump, if Trump is clever and knows human nature, which I think he might, and if he studied the French Revolution, which I don't know if he has, then he would know that if they lost ICE as a target, there was a good chance they'd turn on Tim Walz. And I love that because Tim Walz, recently he tweeted, "Damn proud of Minnesota." And it's like, really, you motherfucker. And I just, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Oh, man. I just can't wait. I honestly, I have not liked Jacob Frey since he said, after that Catholic school got shot up, and he was like, we don't need to hear anything about your thoughts and prayers. You can keep your religion to yourself. And it was like, oh, okay. All right. I know what kind of person you are now. Okay. Yeah. And I'm just waiting for him to get what's coming to him. Because he has
meanwhile, he fucking simps hard for anybody who is praise be the prophet constantly. Constantly.
Mm-hmm. What church does he go to?
Well, no, I guarantee you what would have happened is if that had been a mosque, he would have been all about thoughts and prayers and all the victims and religion of that side.
Yeah,
but because that was a Catholic school, that's why he said what he did.
Exactly.
He would be speaking in his language of choice that he likes to every chance he gets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, bananas and rice.
Oh, the bananas and rice thing has been so much fucking fun. That's what's being Somali. I said it's not all bananas and rice, but you know what it is a lot like? Bananas and rice. And you're like, huh?
No, to be fair, bananas and rice does sound lit. That does sound good. That sounds good.
I would try it. I just don't want a 69 IQ.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but bananas and rice, that's just bread pudding.
Yeah.
Did you get the one I sent you the other day where it was
Yes.
Billy Madison?
I wanted to download that and put it in the intro, but I couldn't. I'll play that in a minute. Here, I got this is a good one. Oh, let me get to I like that view better. Here we go.
It's like the woman today. You saw the video today that went viral?
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali. To me,
Did she really need that fucking band-aid on her head before she went on TV?
She was the one who came on and said, it was the most it was just like another Jussie Smollett thing that we were. It was like,
oh, that's right.
Me for 3 days. They called me the N-word.
And here's the
Except
thing.
for the fact that except for the video that was showed that there was none of that interaction, and in fact, it looks like she spat on one of the officers.
Yeah,
awesome. Theo, go ahead.
It is kind of mean to put someone this retarded in front of a camera. However, there's a strong likelihood this was the smartest, best spokesman they could find.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice.
And the girl, she's got a Band-Aid on her head. She's got a burqa on. And they go, what's it like being Somali in America? She goes, look, everybody thinks it's just bananas and rice. And I heard that, and I go, wait, what the fuck? Like, she said something, she gave me a gift. I'm like, I didn't even know I could be that racist to you guys. Bananas and rice. These motherfuckers really are the Mexicans of Africa. That's a good joke. You guys are pussies.
Oh man. The best part, but it's really more like bananas and rice.
Yeah, it's just like bananas and rice. But I was like, what, and the meme I sent you, what that accentuates is that was the most intelligible thing that we were able to entail from this. We're just like, hey, it's not always bananas and rice, but
well, it kind of is always.
Yeah, it's like fucking bananas and rice. The in between the middle of that, it was
Yeah, here we go. Oh,
it's a lot.
Oh.
It's like
Hold on, let me get it turned up here. We'll go back to the beginning because that's a great story.
it's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing.
Today, Junior.
It's
I don't care how mean it is.
Like, dude.
Oh, God bless her heart.
It's not like bananas and rice, but it's like bananas and rice. You fucking made your point.
Oh fuck.
And then the officer put a noose around my neck and said it was MAGA country. What's your problem? What's your issue?
The best part about that entire clip is there's so many people standing behind her going like,
yeah, they look like they're in pain. They know this is not.
Yeah, it was so when she said the first thing about bananas and rice, they're kind of like, all right, she's making a point, like cultural reference. Bananas and rice. I didn't know that was a Somalian thing, but then when she mentioned bananas and rice again, everyone kind of silent because the only thing you can do is nod, right? But they all just kind of going what the fuck is this bitch doing?
Well, but the thing about it is that because she's a Somali woman of color and she's up there, they had to make sure that they couldn't just go up and start pulling her off because they got to let her speak. They got to let her talk. Yeah. But the more she talked, the worse she looked and the worse it got.
Yeah. So again, and I apologize, Diana, we got sidetracked. That normally happens on the show, but here it is again. Anthony I can't say that last name. Anybody want to give it a go?
Kazmiracek.
Very strong name. 55 identified as man who sprayed Rep Ilhan Omar with unknown liquid. What do you know? I like her post, but it's that engagement bar. What do you notice? I don't know. The same thing everybody else. there he is. Like, what am I supposed to notice?
Yeah, I don't.
Like, don't make me feel stupid. I did notice that.
Oh, great. It's a bug.
Yeah, it did look like his face was morphing.
Yeah. Incoming.
Amazing.
Oh, wait. No, go back to the original picture real quick.
Sure. Which, right here?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the one that's below it. Okay, just wanted to see which one was the altered picture with the MAGA.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, they put a MAGA shirt on him. No head. It's a little convenient. I mean, there's a chance it's not, and MAGA is not her only enemies out there. I mean, her parents did participate, or father exclusively did participate in the massacre of the Somali people during a whole thing. Oh my God, can we just go back to you have to be not even just born here, but at least second to third generation before you can hold any public office. Can that be a thing?
They also need to reinstate the law that says Muslims cannot serve in public office.
100%. I'm also for, they need to reevaluate. We did it with, didn't they already remove Scientology from the religion list?
I believe
they're not available for tax exempt anymore. They're a cult. They're not cool. We acknowledge that. No more Scientology. We can do the same thing with the Muslims. We can reevaluate the religion. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with saying reevaluating the religion.
I think there's anything wrong with saying only Christians can hold public office.
We are a Christian nation. As much as they want to say that this country is not a Christian nation, bullshit. Our founding documents are based in Christianity. Our justice system is based in Christianity. We were founded by Christians. This is a Christian nation.
Yeah. So that idea of like extreme secularism in everyday life is as old as like Madalyn Murray O'Hair and the push of the American atheists. I mean, it's really as old as the 60s. It's the post-war consensus. And yeah. And I mean, honestly, dude, if you want to get into it, like also this is started as there's a lot of pieces of this psyop. One of them is all those fun little secular Christmas songs that we enjoy so much about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman that don't mention Jesus at all.
No, I agree with that. Like, as fun and, Americana as they are, I do acknowledge the problem that there are with that. And this is coming from somebody who's not a practicing Christian by any means whatsoever.
But if we want to have nice things, we got to have Christian values. If we want to have nice things.
So Theo is anti-Grinch.
Yes, I'm anti-Grinch. Yeah, I think the Grinch has way too much control of the media, and I think the Grinch has wrote all the secular songs during that time.
To be fair, though, Dr. Seuss was kind of based.
Yes, he was. Yes. There's nothing in principle like wrong with the Grinch, just to be clear.
Right. But I think if the actual person Dr. Seuss had his way, the Grinch may have found Jesus at the end of that story. I think he probably had to write that out for publishing.
Right, because I see the point you're making. That's the thing. If we wanted, at the end of the day, the point is, if we want to have nice things in this society, we have to have Christian values, because that's where all the good ideas we have come from, and all the shitty ideas come from other places. So
we have to acknowledge that not all cultures are the fucking same. Finally,
very much so. Yeah, very much so. And like this idea of multiculturalism. I know it's very popular to say that like all cultures are the same. We can just like mishmash each other together and just like fuck until we're all beige, and that's gonna like we can build a country based on that. But we actually can't. Yeah, we actually can't. Yeah, we actually can't. And the lizard people that are pushing multiculturalism need to we need to say no to them. We need to say no. Sorry, actually,
a very firm no. A very firm. Forceful.
It is strange that some of them really pushing it are like some of the whitest people I've ever seen.
Yes. Cue the music.
I didn't say a word.
I
didn't say a word. I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word.
Oh,
holy shit!
Great noticing.
God
Sammy,
damn, I
anything-
love doing this show.
Sammy, is there anything else? Sammy, I got to ask, is there anything else you would like to say?
No,
Who's
I
gonna
think
get
I've
the
made
music
my
spot?
point.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. This is a good question. Are we aware of the body pillow? By the way, we should do a collection for the Candace Owens Body Pillow Fund.
Right now on my end, we're standing at about $12.
Yeah, and I have received nothing yet. So
Yes,
I've received nothing yet. So we're still a ways
we
away
gotta work
from
on that.
getting the contoured body.
Emerald,
pillow,
if you can work on a banner for all shows that say contribute to the body super chat.
Yeah,
to
I will
contribute
work
to the
on
body
that.
fund. And we'll figure out what the goal is to get. We need the one with the high thread count and possibly satin, something, easily surface cleanable.
Right.
Front hole.
Non-absorbent. We need a non-absorbent fabric. Cotton, not cut it. That shit will be ruined.
Yeah. You know what? Just to be safe, let's put a fleshlight on it. I'm just spitballing here.
Jesus Christ.
Just to be safe.
You
just
want
to be safe.
If you want to that part is on you exclusively.
That's fine. I can.
I'm not
fundraise for my show on
sacrificing enough super chats for a fleshlight insert.
that. They're not that expensive. Anyway, that's that's neither here nor there. Let's move on.
Well, I wouldn't know. All right. Okay. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Feeling a lot better. I think just talking about this shit out loud, I'm not as black pilled as I was. I'm still not entirely happy with the direction of the administration, especially the recent. He's constantly praising Pam Bondi, praising Hermie Dillon, praising. He fucking. This is where I lost my shit today and actually made the thumbnail that I made. Let me go ahead and share. I'm pretty proud of my Spider-Man tribute thumbnail, which
I've made my contribution to the body pillow.
Excellent.
Holy shit. Yeah, we're probably halfway there now.
We're well on our way at this point. We got a couple of donations last stream.
Okay. So earlier today during Trump is just going back to what he's comfortable with, which is campaigning. That's where he's in his element. God bless him. He's great for it. But he just went back. All of the great things we're doing. If I hear him say we're the hottest country again, yes, it's great. I do acknowledge I love the fucking no tax on tips, overtime, fucking Social Security. All great. Greenland, fucking great. The fucking Venezuela, great. The fucking prescription drug, that's a big fucking deal. That should already fucking win him all of the acolytes. But he won on immigration and securing elections. That's what won him the election. Those are the two biggest issues. And for him to come out and then right in the middle of, after patting himself on the back for all the great things, and I'm not saying those aren't great accomplishments, he goes on to say that fucking John Thune and fucking Mike Johnson are doing a great job, and he's fully adored. Fuck those guys. They are stonewalling you, dude.
Yeah.
They are fucking they're stopping everything. Their whole thing is like, oh, we'll vote on the bill. By the way, okay, no Doge cuts, no fucking Save Act, no none of the shit we wanted. Give the Democrats everything they want. By the way, we all voted to actually be able to turn off your vehicles whenever the fuck we want. It's like the fucking Pawn Stars meme. Best we can do is turning off your car whenever we want. Wanted the Save Act. Unless, we're going to sit there and I feel like we were holding out for the Insurrection Act in Minneapolis. Now I'm starting to see the point of why maybe that wasn't a great idea, because it could cause complete civil unrest nationwide. Okay, I'll give you that. But if we're really just holding out for the fucking Save Act until right before the midterms, this is the biggest fucking goddamn choke out we've ever fucking like. How fucking edged do you need to be before we get what we fucking
I
wanted?
it's actually just we're in a situation where the bureaucratic state is so inefficient that I don't know if they, as badly as they want to get things done, I don't know if they can. I don't, because there's so much red tape.
If they can't get it done when we have we have Congress and the Senate.
Yeah.
All we have to do is nuke the filibuster. They've already said that's the first thing they're going to do when they have full control. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's almost as if they don't want to get anything done.
Right. And Trump is sitting there fucking praising them for it. They're cock blocking you and you're thanking them?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people in their frustration are going to turn to the forces on the dissident right. I know I keep saying that, but I mean that because that looks appealing because at least those guys take action.
Well,
now that doesn't mean they're taking the good action, but I mean that doesn't mean what they're going to do.
That's
right
a bad that might be a very bad outcome for fucking everybody. Because a lot of those guys fucking they lean into Islam, not that bad. Fucking socialism, not that bad either.
Yeah. I think
a lot of them fucking dance around that shit.
I think they want a lot more centralized control of the economy. I don't think there's I don't think free market capitalism is a value of the dissident right, at least as far as I can tell. They don't care about free enterprise at all.
No,
they care about blood and soil, which there's a certain nobility to fighting for your homeland. I gotta give them that. There's a certain nobility. It's kind of like the woke people fighting for equality. In a way, from a certain point of view, that's kind of noble. But then you get into the tactics and you take it to its logical implication. And wait, what does this say? Donate to the Body Pillow Fund. Yeah, please do. But yeah, fighting for blood and soil has some, nobility to it, and I'm not going to diminish that. And I mean, I think for people who have been part of the MAGA coalition who had way higher expectations and have just been disappointed over and over and over and over again, they might be looking for something a little more harder, a little more action oriented. And they honestly, I think a lot of people, they want somebody held accountable. It's crazy that nobody's going to jail for what's going on right now.
Especially when we have so many people dead to rights.
It feels that way. It's like, what am I missing as a regular citizen? Like, what is going on? And what I'm thinking is that the administrative state is so deep in the weeds and they're so tangled up that there's just nothing they can do. Their gears are gone back. Because Trump has been so effective. He's done so much, but there's also so much that he hasn't done.
Yeah. And he's the kind of guy who just wants to, hey, just focus on everything good I've done. No, I know we like that, but no. Not enough. Not fucking enough. And he wants so desperately to be liked by both sides. That's both a great trait and a bad trait. I've acknowledged that since I've started, digging the shit out of Trump.
Yeah, he's not going to win. I think the optics in Minneapolis were killing him. I really do. I think that he's the kind of guy where that kind of shit bothers him. And unfortunately, but we will see how it plays out. Like I said, I'm not ready to be like, Trump capitulated, Trump is cooked, Trump surrendered. I want to see how it plays out.
No.
So I'm
looking
forward to that.
I'm not so fucking up Trump's ass that I'm not going to get angry and fucking bitch about shit every now and then. Fucking get rid of Pam Bondi, fucking do something. And if they really are just waiting, getting it all together and waiting for that right moment in the midterms and just start fucking rolling shit out, great. But I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need to drip in some shit. Give us a little bit. All right. Well, we're 23 minutes over time. Everybody looks like they need to go to bed, myself included. So we're going to wrap it up here. Been a great, it's good to do a black pill stream every now and then. So we're going to start down at the bottom with Sammy Threepeat. The sun's getting real low, big guy. Where can people find you next?
I don't know. But I have a show every Saturday morning called Cavecast, and we are going to be going through some Silver Age slop. And other than that, the news will be starting at 8 p.m. EST every Sunday because I fell asleep on my own goddamn show last week. So we're just gonna nip that in the bud. Otherwise, you can always find me hanging out with Iron or Drunken and Theo. We're all in this wonderful incestuous part of the internet here. So you'll see me on
it's not incestuous. We're a network.
The network. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Yes.
We got another $20 pillow fund.
Holy fucking shit, Mr. B.
Nice.
I think we're almost funded. I'll have to go and look at my.
Yeah,
I'll
now
go and look at the supers.
Bro, we're gonna have to get a
cooking.
Candace Owens body pillow pretty soon. Bro, I'm so happy. I'm so lonely, guys. This means a lot to me.
Right. Now, the kicker will
wait.
be.
So we put in the fleshlight, but like we'll put in a motion sensor, so like every time you hump, it's like it's the Jews.
Gypsy plays. Like, oh my god, yes, a sound recording thing that plays the most ridiculous
my boots.
Architecture
quotes ever.
They're all robots.
Yeah.
Oh man, she really is perfect. I can't wait till I find one like her.
She's
what was it? I don't know, but I do know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do know, but I know. I have or she had a dream about it. She had a dream I was a time traveler. Honestly, if you can get that, that'd be fucking perfect.
We were the X-Men. Oh, great. Oh, fucking soon to be owner of the custom-made Candace Owens body pillow, Theo Snodgrass. Where can people find you next?
What's up, everybody? My name is Theo Snodgrass. I'm a comedian and podcaster out of Las Vegas, Nevada. You can find me Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I go live at 11 a.m. Pacific time on my channel over on YouTube. Also, follow me on social media because I'm doing live comedy. I'm going to be going on the road in February, and you're going to want to see when I'm coming to a town near you. So you're going to want to follow me on all my social medias, and that'll be the best place to find me. I also hang out here and do other shows with these fine gentlemen. So please follow me. The most important one, if you had to do one, please subscribe to me on YouTube. That's the most important one I'm trying to grow right now. So please subscribe to me there. That'd be great. Thank you.
Excellent. Theo and Sammy's links are in the chat. Drunken Emerald Arrow, fresh off the heels of In Other News, which I'm going to be watching on the replay tonight as I go to sleep.
Other news is Sammy's. Mine is Nerds Covering the News.
Or yeah, Nerds Covering the News. We both at news. It's newses.
Yeah.
Lots of
news. Coming up on Thursday at 6 p.m. PST over my channel is All the Good Titles Were Taken podcast, where I watch a video, react to it, or 2 videos, depending on how much time. Then on Saturday at 7 p.m. PST is Insert Title Here, which this week will probably be a free-for-all, not because of lack of preparation. It's just we haven't had a free-for-all in a couple months. So I think we're kind of due. And then then Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST is Nerds Covering the News. That's it.
Excelente caliente. Okay, I'm Iron Oxide. This is my show that you're watching. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. We are rapidly approaching 1,000 subs milestone. Let me see where we're at. YouTube does this thing. So I had a big bump after Rogues Gallery last Saturday where I got about 20, 30 extra subscribers. And then YouTube decided, wow, that's a bit too many. Let's start knocking them out here by little. That always happens that way. But we are still sitting well above where we were. We're at 835. So we're narrowing in at 1,000. Like to see it. That's going to be that's my goal. Help me get to 1,000 before the meetup in August. So I have some bragging rights with the big dogs and get to sit at the cool kids table for a change. We'll be back on Thursday with another edition of Ironcast, joined by probably the same gentleman, maybe a few others. We'll see how it goes. See if Sammy's up to the challenge yet again. Sorry to keep you up so late, buddy. And then we'll be back on Saturday for the weekly Rogues Gallery. Special guest this week will be Drunk 3PO Jay himself. Looking forward to that. Talk about the comic book yet again. That is Well, it's pretty much the talk of the town. Everybody's getting it. I'm going to be getting mine this Friday too. Probably going to do it on the live stream because that'll be fun. And then Friday before Saturday, I'll be on Ballbusters with Dermy. Go subscribe to Dermy. I'm going to put his shit in the chat right now if you're not already subscribed to Dermy. But you probably are because Dermy's fucking cool. And that's about it. We're going to go ahead and close up shop now. It's been real and it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Good night, everybody.
Jerome, can you tell that piece of shit asshole to fucking get the hell out of here before I fucking kick him in the face?
Come on. Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. Get some cups. Why did you do this to me? Get some cups. For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare you get your hands off there. Ta-ta and farewell.
I love you.
Fuck off.